It is time for the hour of power with the Heroic Vibration podcast. On this week's episode, we're going to be talking about a Luke Cage trailer, a Deadpool trailer. We're going to be talking about all the different trailers, and we still ain't finished with this Avengers. And if you have any requests for any topics, hit us up on Twitter. What up with your YouTube and YouTube bust? It's your boy TripleCup Chuck, and I'm up. And you're tuning in to the Vibration podcast where we talk about Marvel, DC, comic books, anime, video games, and more. Let's go. Welcome to my humble abode. Anyway, I got a special guest up in here tonight. You know what I'm saying? He a hard hitter and on the Xbox community. He got his hands in a lot of different things. A very, 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 very busy man. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say I appreciate for you taking the time out your busy schedule to come to our humble podcast to talk about some Marvel and DC. So Jay Williams, go ahead and introduce yourself and let them know where they can find you at.
I really appreciate you inviting me to the show, Triple Cup. It's an honor. So I've been doing this YouTube thing for a few years, and you can find me on Twitter at graphic_god. And a few people here, especially you, Triple Cup, and myself, are supporting some of the things that I do online. I do avatars and I gamer pics and banners and things for people, and you can find that kind of information at xboxgamerpics.com. But like I said, I'm really happy that you invited me, and I'm looking forward to talking some comics.
Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. And yes, the logos is the truth. I mean, if you look at his logo when he speak, it moves. You don't find too many exclusive things like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to go to the Jay Williams graphic guard to get your avatar done up right. You know what I'm saying? Pimp your avatar. But anyway, though, let's go ahead and get up to the next topic. Get to the panel.
Yo, I like that.
Yeah, you see that? I'm telling you.
Yo, that's the new slogan, Jay. Pimp your avatar.
So we got a person. I almost forgot his name. I ain't talked to him in about almost 100,000 years. Now I'm just playing with y'all, man. Let's go ahead and get it with Bloody Motherfucking Knuckles.
Hey, what's up, people? You know what it is. It's your boy Bloody, aka the native nerd and the gothic gamer, man. I'm sorry, I'm out of it. I've been out for the past 2 weeks, just recovering from some surgery and stuff that I have done. But man, it's been good to be back. I've missed y'all guys too much.
Man, that's so sentimental. But hey, we miss you too, man.
Yeah, I mean, I've slowly been getting back into it over the past week or so with some of the other shows, but it's just like I haven't been able to make it back on Vibration because like with it being late, I'm already up on meds, and then like the past 2 weeks I've had like early appointments, but like today's the first day where it's like I don't have to be up at like 7 in the morning to go sit at the hospital for like 3 hours. So I'm just like, finally I can come back.
Wow. Yeah, but hey, that's a blessing that you for a speedy recovery. But let them know where they can find you at, man. I know it's been a minute, but where they can find you at.
Of course, they can find me on Twitter at Bloody Knuckles. The O's are 0s, the E's are 3. And of course, they can find me on my channel on Saturdays on the Smash Podcast, our little corner of nerdy news and geeky goodness. And of course, they can find us all together on Fridays on the GRG Podcast and here every Wednesday, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up. And everybody, if y'all missed the last Saturday, they was bringing that heat. They had a couple special guests on up. Y'all want to know who it is? Go check out the episode because it was lit.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that was our longest episode, 3.5 hours. We didn't realize just passed by because we were going in on Infinity War. You guys talk about how y'all went for that long. I was like, we did the same thing and we didn't even notice it when we called it. We're just like, oh shit. Like so much good stuff, man. We had a solid show on that one. Please check it out if you really want a breakdown of Infinity War.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Next up, he do videos with his signature hat. I ain't gotta say no more. He already know because I just checked out his video. He was the first person I seen dropping the news even before we can even get GameSpot to do something. Man, go ahead do your thing.
Yo, it's the Xbox Goes Kaleidoscope on the Heroic Vibrations podcast. And yeah, I want to get in, man. It's been a trip. It's been a minute. Yeah, there was some crazy news that popped off today on video games, man. But we're not gonna talk about that today. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get into comic book stuff, man. The real deal.
All right, well, let them know they can find you so they can check out some of them hot videos
Oh,
you've been
that's right.
dropping.
That's right. You can check me out on my channel at Kalai Space DA Space Scope on Twitter at DirectX minus Dud, and of course on Xbox Live it's just straight Kaleidoscope, all in caps.
Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up. Next up, I turned on my Xbox and I seen him back on the game that he's a juggernaut in. So if y'all playing this game called Destiny 2 and y'all getting this new expansion and y'all need some help or y'all know what's going on or y'all don't know what's going on, this is the man that knows how to put it down. Go ahead and introduce yourself, Savage Carter, the Juggernaut.
Man, what's happening?
Good, good.
I'm
good.
back, everybody. I'm back. I've been back on Destiny for the, check out the new expansion. Yeah, I've been doing that. But before we talk about all that, you can hit me up at Savage Carter 225 on Twitter, or you can find me on the Xbox at just straight Savage Carter.
Okay,
But
that's what's
yeah,
up. That's what's up.
I,
So
I'm already finished with that expansion. So if anybody needs to know, just hit me on the little inbox. I might feel like letting you off a couple tips.
I mean, yeah, I'm gonna be hitting you up tomorrow. That's
Yeah, how long it
after the
took you to beat it?
podcast.
About 2 hours.
Yo, man, that's depressing. Like,
No,
Yeah, let's not get into games, yo. Really.
I'm just saying, 2 hours for $20.
oh, 2 hours for free?
Yeah, it was $20 by itself. Really?
Yeah, the expansion's $20. That's why I'm just like, no.
Oh,
I mean, but you
well,
gotta think
I'm
about
just
it.
saying,
Everybody ran through it.
everybody ain't good as me though. I'm gonna just keep it real.
All
Hey,
right, all
Let's
right.
go ahead and get it.
ain't no faking the funk. But let's go ahead and get started, man. Before we why everybody trickling on in here, let's see what Jay Williams, what you been up to, what you been playing, and what's been going on in the world of Jay.
Oh, playing. Geez, I've got such a short attention span. I'm playing everything really. Like I've been playing some Far Cry 5, trying to get through that campaign, trying to get through the main missions. I don't know if any of you guys know this, but I do a podcast on Tuesday evenings with Supersonic Station called Retro Renegades, and we mostly play old school games, everything Sega, Nintendo, like Genesis and SNES and NES, and even some old arcade games. And we did one last night, and the game we played was Raging Justice. I know it's not an old game, but it's an old school type game, so that's why we played it last night. And what a fun game! Really, really, brings you back to those days of Streets of Rage and Final Fight. Some of the old side-scroller beat 'em ups that I loved as a kid.
Yo, those side-scroller beat-em-ups have been making a steady comeback, and I'm glad to see it because I remember as a kid, right? And I'm pretty sure I'm younger than most of everyone here, but I remember, like whenever we would go like to the laundromat or out somewhere, all the arcade machines, like the ones you would always see is always Pac-Man, Galaga, and then you would see Streets of Rage or Final Fight. And I loved playing those games just because of the fact that it was just fun to just walk down the street and just throw like garbage cans at dudes and just like jump and kick them in the face. I love those old beat 'em ups, dude.
So you like running down the street, hitting people in the head with pipes?
Yeah, just run straight down the street and just drop kick them in the face.
They don't call you bloody knuckles for nothing, huh?
Yeah, they don't call it bloody knuckles for nothing.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Shout out to Supersonic Station, man. Yeah, he is one crazy but fun and cool dude. And this keep blowing my mind because his real voice is Yoshida voice. So it just, but that's the homie, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. Shout out. But so Savage, what you been up to?
Conquering Destiny.
the Conquer Destiny.
Well, I'm finished. Yeah, I'm really done with it. I done picked up all the exotics, like really all of them. I'm just running around helping other people.
That's what's up. Hey, is this expansion better than the last expansion?
Oh, most doubt, no doubt, it's way better than the last one. Like the only thing that everybody want that we didn't get was a new raid.
Oh, so
Didn't they say there was a new raid in this one?
No, they
It's
did just
a new
another
raid
raid
room.
layer. Yeah,
It's
another
another
raid
raid
layer.
layer. That's
Oh
it.
yeah, another raid layer. Yeah, that's right. It did say lair.
Oh yeah,
Freaking
But
got
man,
y'all with the wordplay. Got you with
trust
the
me, Collider,
wordplay.
there's a lot of things about how people feel about this, but we ain't gonna go into it.
I mean,
Yeah,
for the people who paid, who pre-ordered the game and got the season pass,
yeah. I got in the
I really
season
don't. I
pass.
really don't see the reason for them to complain. The people who paying $20 and $30 for the expansions, not. I see a reason with that.
Right?
Because
Why are the expansions
honestly,
more expensive when
honestly,
you
the
actually
season
just get the
pass
season
right
pass? It's
now
cheaper.
on Xbox costs more than the game.
Yep.
Wow.
Hey, blame it on
Wow.
GameStop. That's all I gotta say about that. Blame it on GameStop.
Oh man.
So
But he said on Xbox, not GameStop.
No,
well,
on the Xbox console.
oh, digital. Well, damn. Yeah. I don't blame it on Activision.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was
It's
Let me
hoping to
all
say
clear that up.
GameStop ain't
Activision,
had
bro.
nothing to do with that.
I thought it was like more like the physical cabinets, but anyway, though. So what about you, Kaleidoscope man? What you been up to, homie?
Yeah, I've been playing quite a few games, man. Playing Gears of War 4 multiplayer. I just finished Mad Max, incredible title. Been playing Star Wars Battlefront. Yesterday I was getting open on the heroes and villains mode and playing some things on Battlefront. Battlefront is sick, man. I love that game. That shit, man. I'm playing the living hell out that game. If it wasn't because the
You on
Destiny
Battlefront 2?
DLC was out, I didn't know the Destiny DLC was out. I found out today. So I was just playing Destiny all day, and I'm playing Destiny right now, as a matter of fact. But once I'm done with this, I'm going back to Battlefront.
I'll jump in your game and show you the stuff I was talking about after we get out of here.
Talking about the jumping off the cliff
All
and
right,
to the death
cool.
and still make it. But hey, I got Mad Max. I ain't never played that game yet. I need to go ahead and dive into it.
No, it's on Game Pass. So if you got Game Pass, you should be
Yeah, that's how
good.
I get
Gucci.
it.
Yeah.
What,
Yeah.
Battlefront?
Nah.
No,
I
Man.
Mad
got Call
Max.
of Duty World
Oh
War
man.
II and never played it.
Now Battlefront will be on
EA
EA
access.
Access. Yeah.
Yeah.
You playing Battlefront 2?
Yep.
Okay.
That shit. That Heroes and Villains mode is dope, man. It's like I'm telling you, if I wasn't playing Destiny today, I would have been playing that shit.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to diving into some of these topics right here. So a question I was wondering. Okay, everybody here the scene the Affinity War. Anybody that's watching this podcast, if you don't know, this podcast is spoiler terrific. So if you haven't seen it, go see it. Then go back watch our last videos and go watch. You know what I'm saying? Then come back to us. But
Or if you don't want to watch it, just go watch the last video and we'll tell you the whole movie.
Yo, that's
yeah,
what we,
and save yourself $15.
yeah, save yourself some money. I was like, that's what we did too. We did a full breakdown, like scene for scene, over three. We went longer than the movie did.
That's how it's supposed to be. That's how you
I
know
know,
it's a
right?
good movie. That's how you know it's a good movie.
Oh,
But,
it's great stuff.
y'all know at the end, Doctor Strange was pretty much saying out of what it was 14,000 ways or 14 million ways that he seen it was gonna fail, and only one way he could see that they could actually win. And at the end of the movie, Thanos had the glove, or the glove had broke. But they know from the fixed reality, because I know a lot of people they crying and boohooing over Spider Man, and they crying over Black Panther, talking about they only have one movie, how they did already. But they are not comic book fans, where they know that this side was supposed to end, but on the next Avengers movie, Avengers 4, who y'all think gonna hold the glove to bring it? Do y'all think it's gonna be Iron Man, Captain America? Is it gonna be Hulk? You know what I'm saying? It's a various of different people that, they could do their own thing. So I'm gonna start off with you, Bloody. Let me know who you think that's gonna be the one that's gonna be the bearing of the glove,
Well,
the
right
Infinity
now,
Glove.
the Infinity Gauntlet. Well, right now, man, it ain't gonna be anyone. No one has it. The one that Thanos had was destroyed after he used it. Now, if they went back to Nevelty, the star, and had the dwarf make another one, that's a whole nother story. But the only one who knows where it is would be Thor. So if anyone would have another one made, it would be him. But the dwarf already said that he would never make another one. So right now it's kind of a toss up because the only one that has it now is still Thanos with the one that he had made.
Plus
Yeah,
the
but-
fact we don't know if the dwarf there.
Yeah.
Right, but Collider said that there was another gauntlet that was up in there.
No, that was the mold for the gauntlet.
That was the mold for the gauntlet.
Yeah, he said that when they got there, he saw the gauntlet. And that's when the dwarf attacked him, and he said that he was forced to make one if they wanted the dwarves to live. And after he made it for Thanos, he killed all the other dwarves and took his hands.
Ah, so
Then
Collider,
why did the mold for the axe look like a giant square? That was my question. Because the mold for the axe didn't look like the axe, like Stormbringer. So
Yeah,
why
'cause
would the mold for the glove look like a glove and not like a square, like the way the axe mold looked like?
hey, Bloody,
That was
I
just
think
my
that question for you, cause me and him we had this talk. Cause you the one
Yeah, I
said,
know. We talked about this last week.
I guess he had to sit there and think about it and get his thoughts together on that one, huh?
I mean, he makes a good point, but he did state that was the mold. And when it comes to gloves and gauntlets, you have to think that there's
Petrie said specifically that it was a mold.
yeah. He said that
He said he told me to make one a glove for him. That's what he said.
yeah, but
He said that was the mold that's right there on the table.
yeah, that's what he's saying. That was the mold to make the gauntlet. So the only one who could make it was the dwarf.
Yeah, but I think it's the mold, and only simply for the fact of it looked like a glove, so everybody will know that.
So if he has the mold, he can make another one then.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's the thing is
Well-
that the only one who would be able to know how to get there would be Thor. He would have to go back to Nebeltai, and that's even if he
Rock-
was able to make it.
Rocket would know.
Yeah, Rocket
Yeah.
would know.
Rocket could hold a glove. Man, that'd be some mysteries right there.
But even though Rocket knows where it is, he's back on Earth with everyone else. He doesn't have a ship or anything else. The only one who could get there would be Thor
Question.
because he would have to use the Bifrost.
Question.
Thor knows
I
how
got
to
a
use the
question.
Bifrost now.
Yeah,
I got a
he can
that's what I'm
question.
saying.
Bifrost himself all the way over there.
Exactly.
I
That's
got
what
a
I'm saying.
question.
He would be the only one who would be able to. What's
I
up?
got a question. Didn't in the first Guardians movie, it said only people that's part God gods can touch the Infinity Gem stones?
Yeah, only those who are
So
like part celestial.
technically, the only person that was left at the end of that movie that could touch any one of those gems was Thor.
Or Star Lord.
But no, Star Lord's dead. Remember?
Star Lord did.
Oh, that's right. He
Yeah.
vanished.
Yeah, the ones that last. I mean, that is a good point.
As they say, he dead as hell.
So who you think, Jay Williams, that's gonna hold the gauntlet?
Well, when I first read the question, I was thinking, okay, that's a pretty big glove. I think the only person that could probably wield it would be the Hulk. But
Yeah, I agree.
just because of the sheer size of it. But you guys are making some good points that what's left there is pretty destroyed, and if they did get another glove made, and if you guys had all seen Thor Ragnarok,
That's what I was about to say.
like Hulk is getting more and more intelligent, and maybe he's going to get to the point in the comics where he actually is intelligent. So maybe by then, I don't know if he's evolving. I don't know how the plot is going to work in these MCU movies, but maybe he gets to the point where he's as big as he is, but then he has the intelligence of Bruce Banner, and then he can start knowing how to use things better. Who knows?
I think we're going to see that because they did say that, starting with Ragnarok and Infinity War, that he was going to have a 3-movie story arc. And I think we're starting to see the growth of Hulk and Banner as well, being able to communicate with Hulk and realize that they're two beings that are connected and that they have to find a way to kind of work together.
Right? They actually argue too much. They always into it with each other. Hulk, they almost like brothers that sharing one body.
Yep.
They making the Hulk smarter because they want to give him his own personality. They don't want him just
Yes.
like Hulk smash.
The ultimate split personality.
Yep.
Right now, the what is Heikel and Jed? What's
Jekyll
the
and
first
Hyde.
Jekyll and
Jekyll
Hyde.
and
Jekyll and
Hyde.
Hyde?
And but you
Yeah.
also got to think about this too, is that he is another personality. Because remember that Bruce, that Banner was abused by his dad,
And he was
and that
timid.
and he created the Hulk as he's Hulk was stronger than him. So in his mind, whenever he was being beaten, the Hulk would be the one to take the beating because he felt that Hulk was stronger. But Hulk's mind is still that of a child, you know, that when he's angry, he throws a tantrum, but when he gets that ass whooping, you know, he's gonna calm down. That's what we saw with Thanos. You know, after a while, he's
Well,
not gonna want to stand.
one of the directors confirmed a very interesting theory on that. I think it was Anthony Russo.
Oh,
He
I
said
heard.
that
Yeah.
the reason the Hulk ain't come out because he's more or less pissed off because
Well, yeah,
Banner's
he
in
got his
control
ass
again.
beaten.
Yeah.
He got his
No,
ass
no,
beaten
no,
by
not me. He
Thanos.
wasn't scared. He wasn't scared that he got his ass beat. Hulk loves a good fight. He's mad that Bruce Banner got control of the body back.
Oh.
So he's like pissed off like a little kid. Like, no, I'm not gonna do what you say. No.
What do you
That's
mean?
basically
No.
what's going on with Hulk. Because
Yeah.
since Bruce got control of the body, remember the last time the Hulk had control, he was in control of Bruce's body for 2 years.
I thought
For
it
2 years,
yeah,
that
it was-
Bruce didn't even know that he was on another planet. All right, and before that,
Right.
Bruce only let him come out, like Bloody said earlier, whenever he needed him. But it's not like he could always come out. And then he finally had 2 years where he was by himself, basically having fun, living his life. And guess what? Bruce comes back into the picture and he pulls him out the equation
Right.
again. Now, the movie didn't actually allude to it that well, obviously, but that's what Anthony Russo pointed out.
That
They
ain't what
should
I
have made
took
it more
from the
clearer
movie.
in the movie, though, because everybody was thinking he was scared. He was like, "Nah, the Hulk ain't scared. The Hulk loves a good fight." I was like, "Yeah, he do." Plus, he gets madder.
Yeah, but I heard that same thing, and they were saying
A
about
good
the Hulk.
fight and to totally get demolished is two different things.
Yeah, he did get his ass beat. And he not put him back to Bruce Banner. But see, I think that's what
Yeah,
that
but
all
it
that
is for
stemmed
the
from.
directors themselves, all right? So
Yeah, I
this
mean,
ain't like
I heard that too. That it was more about that Bruce I only called for the Hulk to come out when he needed him to do a fight for him or something like that. And how they like you said, referred back to Ragnarok when they went to Ragnarok and it was like
think about it. What was
when
Hulk doing
so
on Sakaar?
I
He
was
was
like,
playing with a ball and everything. He was living his own life, going to
yeah,
practice
he
with
was
old
doing
girl.
it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was doing his own
Just having
thing.
fun. Yeah.
like he said, he's winning.
But the thing
Yeah,
about it,
exactly. She's
yeah.
like, "What you been up to?" Like, Winnie. Like, yeah.
So he was able to
I have a
live. Yeah, go ahead, Jay.
And I have a quick question. Okay, so before you guys had seen the movie like me, and you saw the commercials, and I had heard some rumors about why the Hulkbuster was in the movie. Okay, does anyone else think that maybe the full-size Hulk was inside the Hulkbuster?
That was the original plan.
No.
because-
No, that was just
No.
it was
No.
just toys.
Yeah,
I never
it
thought
was-
that.
Toys.
Yeah, because they originally had the Hulk was going to be in the Hulkbuster, and that was gonna get damaged.
They said that they
I
wasn't
never
going to
thought
do
that.
that.
No,
They said they wasn't going to
no,
do it. They were going to put him in the house bus. I mean, that was for the car.
That's what you thought?
No, no,
No,
no.
he's asking what did you think when you saw it? Or you already had heard something?
Yeah, I
No,
think.
I already seen, but that they submitted it for the toy, but they also had it originally in the early draft, but then they realized that they didn't want to use the Hulk and rewrite his part in the story. He was originally going to be in the Hulkbuster armor and bust out of it during the fight, but they changed it. And remember, when they submit the ideas for toys, that's almost 2 years ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, and another reason why I thought that is because in that misleading commercial where it shows him running through the jungle,
Oh yeah, show
you know,
yeah.
because it makes you think that he is the Hulk in the movie, but he was barely in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All misdirection.
Yeah, it really was. When I first seen about the Hulkbuster suit, it was with the toy, and that's when they had already said that this was just for the for the toy. He wasn't gonna be in the movie. And that's when I really must try to stay away from all spoilers. That was like one of the first things I had. But the whole thing, him running, yeah.
Because they
Since you said he wasn't even in the movie doing that.
No.
What you were saying, Bloody?
I was saying, yeah, because they changed it later because that he was originally supposed to be, but they later decided not to use that.
I'm guessing they must have just had a bigger arc
Dang,
plan.
I never got the memo. I always assumed it was Bruce.
Not no. He was originally supposed to be in it, but then they changed the story and had went with the story of Bruce not being able to change the Hulk, and then that was why Bruce was just in the Hulk Buster instead of having the Hulk in the Hulk Buster.
And probably having that whole misleading
Yeah,
And technically, he was still in the Hulkbuster.
yeah.
for a second.
And he kept saying no, and he was trying to pull him out, and he was trying to get him to come out. He'll come out a little bit, then go back in.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to hear it.
Yeah, that was crazy. Then had to be at the end of the whole fight scene. Savage Carter had you had brought it to my attention about the people that were still alive, right? You had your Iron Man, you had your Captain America, you had
The
actually
original Avengers
yeah, pretty much the original Avengers.
from the
So
first movie.
right, and everybody and a lot of the other people had pretty much disappeared. So when they come with the second movie, you know they're gonna that's how it's gonna become just a regular Avengers movie. And at the end, I think they're gonna kind of bring some of them back. So, but my question is, who do y'all think is gonna stay dead? I'm gonna start out with you, Savage Carter.
Gamora.
That's the one I think. I don't know. Hell no. She gotta come back.
No, she's alive. They confirmed that she's alive in the Soul Stone. She's in the Soulverse.
I ain't.
So we saw it then.
What you talking about?
They confirmed that she is alive inside the Soul Stone. Remember at the very end when he snapped his fingers and he saw little Gamora? That was inside the Soulverse in the Soul Stone. She's still alive in the Soul Stone.
Okay. Like I said,
And
Gamora.
If that's the case, then
Gamora gonna stay dead. She probably stay up in there. That's the only person you think gonna stay dead?
No, she's alive. They just got to get the stones back, and they could bring some of them back.
Yeah, you
However,
just wanted to come back. That's what that is.
Like I said,
they stated
my opinion is Gamora.
Gamora.
Nah, I don't.
Hold up, bloody. We gonna let you explain and get you. Let me see all the ones he trying to say right quick. So who out besides Gamora? I mean, I don't agree with him either, bloody. But
Anybody who died before Thanos snapped his fingers, not coming back.
Yep, I can agree with that.
Yeah. So Vision.
Yeah,
I mean, Vision an android, so technically he can always be rebuilt.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And this time they could add Shuri to his computations.
Yeah, then that'd be badass. Give him some more power.
Didn't Shuri back up some files before they smacked her? Knocked her out?
Probably.
I think she did tomorrow when she had turned around and she was still trying to work, or she was still working at the end fast or something.
Yeah. She went to the computer. She did something really quick, then turned around, grabbed her gauntlet, and started shooting.
Yeah, she grabbed her Panther blaster and started firing at Corvus before.
All right. So what I'm thinking is that she actually backed up Vision's files.
Definitely possible.
That'd be perfect too. So anybody else Savage Call you think that's gonna stay dead?
But Loki ain't coming back.
And just like I said, everybody who died before Thanos snapped his finger, I don't think none of them coming back.
Damn, that's heartbreaking. So what about you, Kaleidoscope?
Yeah, I agree. Most of the Asgardians that died, Heimdall, he ain't coming back. Loki ain't coming back.
Except that clown.
His files. Which one?
Except Loki. I don't know. I can't say if Loki gonna come back. I can't put him down. Can't really count Loki out with coming back.
I think he's dead. Gamora, I think, well, she's in the Soul Stone, so I kind of figured that might probably tie into Guardians 3 or something. And
Probably
that's about it.
So what about you, Jay Williams?
I'm kind of the same feeling that anyone before he snapped his fingers are going to stay dead, but I don't believe anyone who vanished into dust is actually going to be gone for good. I think they're all in the Soulverse, as you guys put it.
Oh yeah. So there'll be so Gomorrah. What about her? Do you think she's gonna be dead or she gonna come back? She is the one that's that line. She the one that's riding the line.
Yeah, I mean there's like a gray area there, so because that happened before he got all the gems. But as these guys are saying, if she's in the Soulverse and they all end up in there, maybe they'll all come back, and I think they
All
will.
right.
I mean, we know
And the
Spider-Man.
other,
We know who's coming back because they've got movies coming up, but um, you know, there's none of that stuff is permanent in my opinion. I mean, we're talking about comic book characters. Who really dies for good?
Yeah, but the movies could also be. That's a good point that you did mention the movies. These people don't know. Infinity War is
Gauntlet.
2 years after Black Panther.
Yep.
They could show a whole bunch of Black Panther movies before the Infinity War actually happened, people.
Yep.
True.
All right?
It was
Y'all need to get your timeline straight because Black Panther was 1 week after Civil War, and Infinity War is 2 years after the fact.
Yeah, you're right.
Yep. Absolutely. That is a very, very true thing. that
So
he brings
a lot
up.
of those characters that you think might come back and whatnot, they could actually be dead. And Marvel will just go back like, well, this is the timeline that we're in now. Remember, Guardians 2 was 2 months after the first Guardians.
Right.
Guardians Volume
Right.
2.
Yeah, and I guess the next Spider-Man movie could have taken place right after
Mm-hmm.
Aunt May
Exactly.
discovered he was Spider-Man. So
Spider-Man.
could happen directly.
But
right
they
after.
they also do have some conflictions, at least
With his on his
especially
school
with-
trip.
Yeah, well, yeah, he is on a school trip, and the next one's supposed to be they say there's probably gonna be a more global
Europe?
adventure, but with no, it's gonna be more worldwide. But the thing with Spider-Man that they confirmed is that he was the outlier in the timeline. Is that Sony messed up with the time jump from when we see Vulture in the beginning cleaning up after the Battle of New York. And then right after we get that time skip of 8 years.
It
It
should have
was
been
actually-
7 years.
No. It's supposed to be 4 years because
4 years. 4
because
years.
Homecoming takes place in 2016.
Uh-huh.
Because it's shortly after. Remember, it was shortly after Civil War that it picks up, so it's in the months after that. So it's about 4 to 5 year skip.
Yeah, they admitted to that mistake, or that's
Yep.
I didn't say that about it.
Joe Russo admitted that was a mess up on Sony's part with
And Kevin Feige as well.
Yep, Kevin Feige also admitted that it was a mess up from Sony with that. So
Oh,
they're
damn.
probably gonna address it or try and fix that later. But they did say that was a incorrect time skip date.
Oh damn.
So just know it's 4 years. That's all it is.
Yeah,
Right.
about
Hey,
4 to 5
hey,
years.
and just chalk it up to Sony,
Yeah,
and let that be a lesson why we happy that Spider-Man is back in the MCU. Because if they messed up on something like that, imagine what they would have did with the whole Spider-Man movie.
yeah. It's like, come on, you messed up on 2 seconds with a black screen and some words. Come on now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Does that make you guys worried for the new game?
No, not really. Because here's the thing about for the Spider-Man game, and
I
this
think
is-
it's MCU is making it.
yeah, no. Well, he's talking about the Spider-Man game. I'm guessing for the PS4, right?
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Nobody call it Marvel on Spider-Man now.
yeah. He's talking Marvel Spider-Man, and here's the thing that it's a double dip that I've talked about is that when Marvel approached Insomniac about making a game, while they don't own the movie rights, they still own the rights to the character himself. So they were able to do it, and with Insomniac wanting to do Spider-Man, of course they were going to go to Sony, who owns the biggest rights. So one, they make it exclusive because it's their movie IP. They just had success with
Sure.
Homecoming, and then they have 2 big Spider-Man style movies coming out later with Venom, and then Enter the Spider-Verse with the animated movie. They put that game right in between. You're gonna have a triple dip and Spider-Man profits for Sony come the end of the year because it's gonna be riding the hype. Now Venom could be bad, but it's looking pretty much better than what we got with the tease. But it that could ride out. And then Spider-Man game does really well, that only rides it further into the Spider-Verse because everyone's wanted a Spider-Verse, movie. It may be animated, but still, everyone wants to see Miles Morales. They want to see some of the others. Spider Noir is one of my favorite. Maybe we'll see Silk, Spider-Gwen. There's so many different Spider-Man.
Yo, if Spider-Gwen shows up in that movie, I'll be on cloud 9.
Dude, if I see Miguel O'Hara, I would absolutely lose it. Spider-Man 2099 is my favorite. Even though a lot of people
I can
hate
imagine.
him
I wonder why.
Yeah. Even though a lot of people don't like him because he's cocky, I do like Miguel O'Hara.
No, I like him too. I like him a lot.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. And with all the talk of Spider-Man, there's a few things that we can.
I still remember that Spider-Man game, Shattered Dimensions, where they featured.
Shattered Dimensions was a really good one. We've had a few decent ones, besides the very iffy movie ones. Some of the other ones have been, Shattered Dimensions, Web of Shadows was pretty okay. That was enjoyable. I'm still a fan of the classic, Maximum Carnage, still one of the best ones. Just saying.
That was one of my favorites too. That Maximum Carnage.
Oh yeah, dude, Maximum Carnage. And remember how it came on a red cartridge? That just made it so much cooler.
Yeah, for the Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the good old days right there.
Yeah, it was. That was one of my favorites.
Yeah. Hey, speaking about the good old days, man, did y'all hear this rumor about Spawn and this monstrosity of an idea of them saying Jamie Foxx playing the Spawn for the upcoming Spawn movie?
I mean,
wow.
He already messed up Electro.
Savage, you wanna take it?
No. Let our guests go ahead and hold this one here down.
Yeah, J-Dubs, what do you think about that?
I don't like that idea at all. I'm not saying Jamie Foxx is not a good actor, because he is. He's amazing. But I don't think he fits that role. If I was to pick anybody for that, I would pick someone that has a lot more superhero clout, and that would be Will Smith.
Interesting.
Yeah. I ain't
Okay, I see where you're coming from, but let me throw this at you because, one, we already have an idea for the story. Is that one, the original writer for Spawn is coming to help with this, and the biggest thing that he wants to do.
McFarlane is going to be writing it.
Yep.
Okay.
He's writing and directing.
Yep. And he wants to do what he felt Venom or Spawn should have been. No talking. He does not want Spawn to speak or really much. He wants him to use his actions and his brutality as his communication. And I think with Jamie Foxx's history and action and playing those kind of those kind of disambiguous moral characters, I think that's why he could be decent as Spawn. He doesn't need to really speak, but as long as his more body language, the more aggressiveness, that disambiguation from what you would expect as the Hell Spawn himself, that Jamie, that he could do a little bit better.
Maybe. I mean, it's basically going to be he's basically going to be Deadpool because he's going to be all burnt and things. So it's not like we have to pay attention to his facial expressions and things like that. He's going to be in a mask for probably 90% of the movie.
Yeah, but if that's the case, why you shouldn't even go with a named actor? You could use a.
Hey, I'm gonna be totally honest with you about this one. This is one of the very few fucking times in movie history they can go with this original fucking person they used in the first Spawn and it'd be just as fucking good.
Michael Jai White, man.
Yeah, he did a good job.
Because there are not too many fucking actors that can compete with him physically.
It's true.
Yep.
To play the fucking part.
Luke Cage.
No.
Well, he's already. I'm sure
he's already doing too many roles. I know. But this is Image. This is not Marvel, right?
Yeah, this
right.
No, it's not Marvel. But I'm sure the guy that plays Luke Cage, Michael Coulter, he could actually do it if they actually offered him the role. He'd be able to do it as well as Michael Jai White, whichever one of the two, really. But Jamie Foxx, hell no.
I'd rather see Michael B. Jordan.
He doesn't have the stature either, Jamie Foxx. I don't think he doesn't have this. He's not
even
big
Michael
enough.
B. Jordan would be good in that role, man. It's like
anybody
but Jamie.
Yeah, that would be a good role.
That really wasn't a joke.
You'll be dead
I
serious.
know.
That could be
Good
Jordan.
shit.
Ooh, you know what? You know what? To really, who would be perfect for it with just like the intimidation factor and the stature for it would be
Man, don't say it. Don't say it.
no Cress Williams from Black Lightning.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think he
Nah,
would be.
Cress
I think he would be
Williams?
real good. Yeah, Cress Williams. I think he would be great for it.
Fuck that. Throw Terry Crews. Fuck it.
I knew it. I knew that's what he was talking.
Someone was
What I
gonna
was
say
talking
Terry
about right
Crews.
there. Yeah, I thought that's what you were about to say at first. You like fucking Terry Crews.
Aw, man.
I was mad. I was like, no, don't do it. Don't do Terry Crews, man. Terry Crews, we got enough of him right now. He a little bit too much
Like,
everywhere.
woo! That's that shit.
I know.
Yeah.
They should use Mike Tyson.
I mean, but Tyson.
Mike
ain't
Tyson
no-
would be he'd be the greatest hell spawn ever.
Yeah, you don't have to talk.
Just look. I don't know that. Yeah. No, I couldn't see Tyson. I can see it, but I just can't see it happening though.
But you had to think about it, didn't you?
Yeah, I really did. I had to put it together. Like, hold on,
Out there, why not we just throw Cat Williams in there, right?
man. Hell no.
Short little motherfucker.
They'll kill Spawn then. Man, I wouldn't want to do it. Yes, indeed. Oh, so who you think, Collider?
Spawn get choked out by 11-year-old.
Who I think?
Yeah.
Didn't I say it?
Oh.
No, you just said, you would like
Yeah,
to see
Mike
him.
Coulter. I agree
Yeah.
with what they were said on the panel and whatnot. Michael Coulter would be a good fit. The original one, Michael Jai White, he would be a good fit as well. Michael B. Jordan as well would be a good fit. And Terry motherfucking Crews, man. Fuck the no shit.
There you go, right there. Speaking,
He don't need to talk.
Speaking about that, let's go to somebody else that's got a bald head. Luke
Oh,
Cage
man.
season 2. Man, tell me y'all seen this trailer. And hey, when I seen this trailer, I was like, yeah, when Luke Cage come on, I'm gonna watch it. I'm watching it. So when I seen that trailer, he came out that fire and he just got to walking. I was like, and he got to talking.
And
I just got to looking like, okay, he got a little swag with him now. Then he did his little commercial, you know what I'm saying? That's a little hint, heroes for hires. But boom. So I'm checking them out. Then all of a sudden, I'm just gonna skip through everything else and go straight to the part where he was standing there, thought he was just, badass, and dude just did a backflip kick, turn around, sweep his ass, uppercut him, and put him on his ass. He wasn't ready for that shit. That means season 2, he gonna be getting a fight. That's the only thing I was missing on season 1. He ain't really had to fight. So now he gonna have to actually train and learn how to actually fight instead of just stand up. Because I want to see him swing them hands. So let's go ahead and go to the panel. You know what I'm saying? See what y'all think about this trailer from Luke Cage. Let's go back up to the guest, Jay Williams. Did you see the trailer for Luke Cage?
Oh, I saw it, yeah, and I really liked the first season, and I'm looking for it. And I saw Defenders. I watch all the Marvel shows on Netflix as well. Yeah, it looks great, and I'm just happy that I'm getting to know a little more about Luke Cage by watching the show and then following things online and just learning about him and Iron Fist a little more and how they teamed up, and it looks really, really good. And I'm like you, I'm looking forward to seeing a little more action this season as well.
Right. Hey, you know how I say I'm gonna hit you up with a little quick questions. You know what I'm saying? So people know if you're a DC fan, Marvel fan, and stuff. I got a question for Jay Williams right quick. Are you which one of the Defenders you think was your favorite, and which one you think was your worst? Like out of Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, and we even throw in Punisher.
Daredevil probably Daredevil's my favorite, mainly because he was one of my favorite comic characters anyway, because he was so complicated.
Right.
And I love everything about ninjas, and he's basically a ninja. That's what I like about him. But yeah, and his he's got so many skills, not just martial arts, but his senses and things like that. I love that about him. and how he's evolved throughout the last couple seasons. It's been amazing. I really like Daredevil the best, but probably our runner-up would be Jessica Jones, because she's just badass. And something I was watching the new season. I haven't finished the new season, and I'm continuing to watch it now. But I didn't realize that the reason why she drank so much was because of her powers. It was a way to kind of numb herself down, basically. So between those two characters, they're my favorite. Iron Fist, I didn't hate, but he's probably not my favorite out of all of them.
You know, hey, on the panel, Jay William, I'm gonna let you know on this panel is a 2 and 2. All right, we got Kaleidoscope and we got Bloody. Both of them got Jessica Jones up high, and they got Iron Fist down low. You got
what are you talking about? I didn't hate Iron Fist.
Hold on, no. I'm talking about.
Oh, neither did I.
No, actually, y'all hated Iron Fist. I'm talking about on the scale we was talking. Jessica Jones is better than Iron Fist. I'm just talking about like the seasons.
Oh, okay.
I
was
like
about to say, whoa, don't get it twisted.
That's what I'm saying. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely feel that way too.
Yeah, so you're on the side with them, and me and Savage on the opposite side. We saying that Iron Fist was a better season than Jessica Jones. So, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to ask you that question because you know it's 2 and 2, and
so did you think the first season of Iron Fist was better than the first season of Jessica Jones? Is that what you're saying, or was it better than the second season?
The first season.
Both. First season. Wow.
Yeah, well, really the first season. The second season, I ain't finished it yet.
Yo, Jay, let me just break it down for you. They like more action.
Right.
Not
I don't like soft porn.
It wasn't soft porn, man.
It was soft porn.
Man.
So you watched the first season, you gonna say that wasn't soft porn?
Look, I'm a fan too, and I gotta admit, it's soft porn.
But the storytelling is deep. You can't tell me the storytelling.
Oh no,
man,
I agree. But I'm saying he's not lying
about the dude being.
Oh no, he ain't lying on that though.
Yeah,
the storytelling is deep though.
It's deep, but the whole concept was the dude was pussy whoop.
Oh,
They say that wasn't the ultimate thing.
That is the truth.
I watched it.
Who was pussy whoop?
The mind control dude.
Yeah.
Kilgrave.
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, man. It's like once you hit Jessica, you can't go back, man. Shit.
Yeah, the whole show was about he was trying to get that pussy back.
Look,
yeah,
we all know that, even though
and the fact she was stalking Luke Cage the whole time, like no.
Well, he was the only one that could satisfy her in bed.
Exactly, bro. Y'all saw that. They broke the bed and they kept going.
I'm saying when she introduced herself, she was hating.
Yeah.
You want me to tell your husband that you cheating? Like, you ain't got to come in and meet somebody like that.
I mean, hey, but that's now here or there. Let's just go ahead and get back
to soft porn.
This could be a whole debate conversation for a whole podcast. So let's go ahead and get
wrong, though. I love Iron Fist, man. Colleen Wing, man.
Yeah, she was true. So Savage, what you thought about that Luke Cage season 2 trailer?
It was pretty cool. I'm just like wondering where he keep fighting, getting all these people named after snakes to fight. When he gonna fight Python or somebody? I'm just saying, like, I'm tired of the snakes, dude. All these snakes on this motherfucking plane.
I mean, but that'd be a good crossover villain for him and Iron Fist.
Man, I'm talking shit, man. But on the real though, like the dude he named after a snake, the new villain.
Yeah.
You talking about the slim black dude with the curly hair? Yeah.
Hey, he a snake too. Like what is?
I thought you were talking about the dude that was kicked. I don't know his name.
Look,
he's like they said his name in the
and I'm saying, man, like
the trailer.
Most of Luke Cage's Power Man, whatever you want to call him, most of his villains were all named after snakes. I mean, be real. Diamondback, even the Striker, come on, he's named Diamondback. Then he had Cottonmouth. So come on now.
I think about it. You just said it.
Yeah, Diamondback, Cottonmouth, the new dude, the snake.
You seriously didn't get that before?
I mean,
Cottonmouth because he smoked too much. That's what I thought.
No, man, they're all named after snakes.
Damn.
Well, listen, fellas, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to bolt. It's getting late for me. But like I said, I appreciate you guys having me on the show. Triple, this was an honor. I hope I can come on again sometime if you'll invite me.
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. You out, man. You always welcome here, man.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah, we all people.
Cool.
Hey,
Anyway,
man.
thanks a lot, guys. And
Take it
nice,
easy, dude.
nice
Yeah.
meeting some of you, and nice seeing you again, Kalida.
All
Well, I
right,
get you
same here,
on,
same
get you
here,
on
yo.
soon.
Yeah, it was good
Cool.
meeting you, J Dubs.
Hey, Chad, that was Jay Williams. He about this thing. He got other things to do. You know, he's a very busy man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you for coming out here. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna let that man go ahead and get his rest in. You know, he probably got a lot going on tomorrow. That's
That's right. Okay, peace, guys.
All right, man.
later. All right, Kalila, so what you thought about that Luke Cage season 2 trailer?
Well, the villain actually reminded me of Diamondback, but actually the Diamondback that came out of the new Defenders comic book by Jay Marquez and Brian Michael Bendis before he went over to DC. They did a Defenders comic book over there at Marvel. And Diamondback was more or less like this dude. He was dressed up like old dude and everything. But the Diamondback that we saw in Luke Cage season 1 wasn't even remotely like that. So I was like, okay. It's like they're taking elements from like the Diamondback that they introduced in the new Defenders comic book, and they're adding it to this brand new character. And I was like, you know what? That's actually dope. But as far as the trailer, yo, that was fire. All right, fire, yo. Once I heard these guys with the Annie Up song, I was like, oh, hell yeah. Yo, I mean, just when they started off with Eric being Rakim at the beginning, I was like, what? I ain't no joke. I was like, what? I was like, yes, okay. Luke Cage is back, motherfuckers. That's all they needed to finish it off like that. As a matter of fact, yo, Luke Cage is back, motherfuckers. But either way, though, it was dope. I can't front, man. I can't wait for that shit to start.
Hey, didn't it just make you hype for the on Luke Cage season 2?
Hell yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm so hyped, man. I'm loving it. Like the Netflix show.
No, the only thing I wanted from the trailer that they didn't show me, I wanted to see Danny Rand. I know he filmed a couple of episodes. You know what I'm saying? I want to see that team up of Power Man and Iron Fist, man.
Yeah,
we already know that we already know they planted the seeds for the Heroes for Hire and that they're teasing it because they talked about how they planted the seeds after the end of the Defenders. So man, I really want to see that payoff, and we're gonna see Misty Knight come out, and she's gonna have.
That's
her
what I'm saying, man. Is that they can do so many things, bro.
I'm telling you, with the new Misty Knight and everything that her and Luke Cage are doing together, I swear that at some point in the season, the police department's gonna call her out. She's gonna have to quit, and then she's gonna go do her own thing and talk with Colleen and say that she's gonna start her own PI business. And I want them to set the stage for the Daughters of the Dragon, man. I want it so badly.
Why does dude look like Chris Rock?
Hey, they that probably was going down to making it. You can go in any direction. The way they are right now, they go in any direction.
This dude look like a strong Chris Rock.
Huh? What you talking about?
The dude who knocked out Luke Cage, he looked like a swole Chris Rock.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Oh yeah,
right.
I saw people saying that was Chris Rock.
Bushmaster.
I could have sworn
that's his name. Bushmaster.
Yeah, Bushmaster. Yeah.
Bushmaster. Yeah.
He's something serious. I don't know if they're gonna have him where he got his powers the same way Luke Cage did when he had forced the man to give him his powers, or they're gonna come up with a different story on that.
I don't really think he's gonna be able to get his powers the same way Luke Cage did, for the fact that was an accident.
Yeah, but I'm gonna figure out how they're gonna explain he got pretty much the same powers as Luke Cage.
They've been building like the super soldier serum, G.
Yeah.
They gonna build a million stories off that, I promise you.
Because I mean, there's already there's a million stories in the comics of people trying to replicate the super soldier serum.
It's just another replication of the super soldier serum.
It always is.
That's easy.
So what you think, Bloody?
What, of the trailer?
Yeah.
Oh man, I loved it. I always love that each show had a very distinct feel. of it, right? With the way that they have that shot, with the way that they use filters and to give it a certain aesthetic, and the trailer very much encapsulated that. Um, with one just Luke Cage being the hero of Harlem. He walks in, he takes on all those dudes who pull out the guns. He's like, really, y'all think y'all can take me? All right, let's do this. They all fire, and he just walking nonchalantly, and he starts smacking them around. He just brings them all in, throws them to Misty, and then he's walking down the street. All the kids are cheering. He's doing pictures and stuff like that. I mean, it shows what that kind of status of how he's seen, and really encapsulate the way that the story presents him. Then seeing someone that can actually put him on his ass actually gives that kind of antagonist. Yeah, that kind of actual enemy, someone who's actually equal to him. We all like Cottonmouth, but the thing is, he couldn't necessarily take Luke Cage, but he went at him, mentally. He went at him, emotionally. He played a much different game that made him intimidating, whereas Stryker, was all, I just want to fuck him up with whatever I can, and went and got out of the suit. This is someone who actually able to take Luke Cage without needing all that. So it's interesting to see that we're actually going to see someone who can stand with him, and how it's going to kind of affect him, as well as the kind of how the community has continued to grow and see him. I always love whenever they put out something new, so I'm excited for this. Like I really am. Like there's nothing to not be hyped for the show.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think we all in agreement on this, because I mean, when I seen that trailer, it was just mind blowing. I was like, damn, it brought me to a hype level, because I wasn't even thinking about Luke Cage when his season was coming out. It was just like, yeah, whenever it come out.
Good, I didn't even notice the date, man. When is it?
I don't know.
It's like we looked at the trailer, like, oh yeah, it's coming.
It didn't. I don't think the trailer had the date on there.
It might have been.
Because I don't think I seen it, because that's why I was wondering, like, damn, when the movie's supposed to come out. But I ain't just kind of like before this trailer, I wasn't even interested in character. I was like, well, when it come out, I'm gonna watch it. It wasn't like how
that trailer came off like the Punisher trailer. Remember the Punisher trailer with the music from the heavy metal rock and whatnot? They did this with the Annie Up song.
Netflix is kind of consistent with their shows like that.
Yeah.
Like, so if y'all remember when the last one came out, it's probably gonna be around the same time of year.
No, they already. I think it was. They have the date for it. It's June 22nd.
But I'm saying it's probably still around the same time of year that the first one came out.
Because I believe it's going to go on 2 weeks after the new season of Voltron, which I'm all about.
Man,
the new season of Voltron.
Yeah, season 6 of Voltron.
Already?
Yeah, already. I know, it blew me away. I just been watched the last 5 seasons, dude. It's so good. I love the new Voltron that they're doing.
It is, man. The animation is really good.
Dude, the animation is great, and the way that they updated the characters for.
Dad, did they give an announcement when the new Castlevania is coming out? By chance?
Season 2, I believe, is actually coming out this summer as well.
That's one anime I did not understand.
Oh, dude, Castlevania is worth it. Oh.
I didn't understand it. Ooh. I was kind of lost.
All right.
Oh, dude, Castlevania.
That's coming out the whole video game.
Yeah, it takes place in a weird timeline. It takes place in a weird spot in the timeline, because it does tie to the story, but it's an adaptation. But it's still tied to the Castlevania series. But I believe that it's coming out this year, and I think they said it's going to come out in August. But I don't think they've given a full date. No, they said this summer. So it's possible between July or June to August time that we'll be seeing
Netflix is knocking it out the park, but since we're talking about Netflix, y'all heard about that rumor? This crazy ass rumor I heard today that I almost couldn't believe it. I was like, what? It blew my mind for a second. Did y'all know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know.
Come on out with it. I don't know what you're talking about.
Man, this is mind blowing right here.
Supposedly Microsoft is looking into purchasing Netflix.
The implications of this, Think about it.
That blew my mind, bro. I was like, wow. It's like, fuck Showtime. You can do Halo on Netflix. I mean, dude, just Gears of War TV series. I mean, come on. There's just so many things, man. Conquer Live and Reloaded, freaking the cartoon series. I mean, I don't know. It just blew my mind, bro. And then think about it. Marvel does, certain properties that they have a license for with Netflix, right?
Right.
What's up? We're having like a Luke Cage or Heroes for Hire video game exclusive to the Microsoft platforms. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm just saying, there's like so many things, man, that if that, man, I don't know, man. I'm gonna let you guys discuss it, but that shit had me all kinds of fucking excited. I don't know. They could go in like 20 million different directions.
Quantum Break 2, perfect timing. Think about it. They could do the game episonically in Game Pass.
Man, they don't ever need to make that dumbass game again.
Man, and look, then put it on. I mean, that was one of my favorite games.
See, you know how fast I beat that game.
But see, the thing about it was you gotta play the game for what it is. It's like a game you supposed
I played
to
it for what it was, and it was too easy. I ain't have to do all them superpowers. They had gun.
Yeah, that's why you ain't like it. Thank you. But boom, you can put a game like
they shouldn't put guns in there if they want me to use superpowers. That's a double standard.
No, it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be how much restraint do you have? You're supposed to play. You may if you use it on powers, then you start using the gun. The gun is just to make the shit look cool. That's the whole thing. Is like I'm gonna put you in a time bubble, freeze it up. I'm gonna run around in a circle. I'm gonna start shooting at the bubble. Come to the other side, shoot from the other way.
That's too much work. If you could just get a clean headshot, wouldn't you just take a clean headshot?
What about the dudes that don't?
But how about if I don't know? It was actually
supposed to be dramatic.
I only did it when I had to do it. Like
it was cool. Because think about it. If you by yourself, would you be able to kill that many people?
Yeah.
No. There was too many people around them at certain times that a person is not humanly possible to actually take out that many people.
I'm not a normal human when it comes to killing.
Yeah, all right, whatever.
Hey, so you telling me if you ain't had superpowers, you wouldn't be doing the shit like that, like flying around, shoot this way, shoot to the other side, shoot that way, and then look at your gun, like do some flash type shit. You wouldn't do that if you had the powers to just do that.
What I need to do all that for?
Why just shoot, man?
Why do I need to do that when I got a gun?
Yo, why are we talking about Quantum Break, man? Damn.
Oh, man, yeah. Let's get out this shit.
That's right, bro.
What do you mean? Why are we talking
about Netflix and the implications of Microsoft buying Netflix? That's what I talked about, man.
No, you brought up Gears of War, and then you said Quantum Break, and then
it's a TV show. It's a TV show.
That shit
I'm talking about
going
the game itself.
I'm just saying that if they do it,
I'd rather watch Cuphead TV show.
Oh, dude, I'd be all over that. That
would be cool.
I don't know how they could do it, but I don't know how they'll be able to do that, but I think it'll be funny.
Oh, I think
like itching and scratching.
Yeah.
But
I mean, not that level of quality, unless because nobody's actually doing cartoons like that no more.
Yo, if they committed to that, I'd be all for it. Like
it'd be a CG cartoon though. You know how they do CG animated cartoons? I could see Cuphead being a CG animated cartoon.
I could see it.
I mean, because Netflix has a whole bunch of CG animated stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
not all
tons.
of it. And I don't get me on the CG because some is really bad. Like Knights of Sidonia, I don't like Knights of Sidonia.
Dude, and I have friends that love Knights of Sidonia, bro.
I hate the 3D animation, and it looks so.
But you hate the animation. The storytelling was dope, though, man.
The story's. I mean, it's all right. I mean,
I haven't seen it. Trust me, I haven't seen it. But there's a lot of people I know out here in Puerto Rico, even before I even knew about Netflix, yo. Dudes was ragging about Knights of Sidonia. If you love Evangelion, you're gonna love this.
See, I love Evangelion, but I could not do Knights of Sidonia. The animation is like the.
Yeah, but I know you got issues with CG though.
No.
I know you got issues with
CG. Like Gantz Zero, I love Gantz Zero. The 3D animation.
Oh no, the Gantz Zero is that's almost like soft porn too.
But
Yeah.
I'm serious,
That's true.
man.
I know,
Like the
but-
outfits.
yeah,
Dude.
but Gantz's 3D animation was phenomenal. So was Space Pirate Hardball.
Yeah.
So even with some of the
And the
small-
girls' butt cheeks would wiggle and their titties would wiggle and everything. It's like, dude, it's like a lot of animation. That shit was fluid.
Hey man, at
It's
least
like,
they
it almost reminded me of what's
Look.
that anime? With the zombies and all that.
Oh, you're
Like the
talking
girls
about
and
High
shit
School
with
of the
you?
Dead.
High School of the Dead. Yo, that's what Gat Zero reminded me of. I was like, wow, this is like High
Oh
School
man,
of the Dead. Okay.
that's over. That's overdone with the boot physics. Like
Man,
if
I
you-
forgot I even watched this.
Look, but if you want over top like boob physics, then go watch Keijo. Like that one has boobs and tits and ass for days. But still,
Nobody wanna watch that, man.
you say that, you say that, but people
Evidently, it has a fan following, man. I think about High School of the Dead has a fucking fan following.
do that. But High School of the Dead is one of those things that it has a great story and it has like 2 story arcs after the school story arc where they ended with the show with the anime, but the creators of it are like come back for a few months, do a new chapter or 2, and then they leave on other projects for almost a year. Like that is a series that's never going to get finished. Like I believe the most requested.
All right, so they get sidetracked doing other shit.
Yeah,
And then
'cause
whenever they're
well,
done
no,
doing
'cause
whatever
it's
they're
not
doing,
that
they come back and do
It's
this.
not that they get sidetracked. Is that it's so much that they get burned on the project and they put it on hiatus for a while. Like they come back for 2-3 months, do like 2 or 4 chapters or something, and then they just get burned on it, and then they leave and go do many other projects for like a year and then come back. Like I believe the biggest story arc that people wanted was the mall story arc, which was I believe right after the school, where the show ended. But I mean the creators just can't stick with it. It's like that's a story that'll never be finished. Just like Berserk's never gonna get finished because the writer keeps taking so much time off. I mean that's a manga that's been going on for 20 some odd years and still isn't finished.
Wow.
Going
Like-
on 30 years.
Almost 30 years, and he has no way of how he's gonna finish it. He keeps taking time off. Like there's some who are going for 30 almost years who have an end in mind, but they want to take their time with getting there, like Detective Conan.
Yeah.
But
So
there's some
those are
that-
people that plotted out their stories the right way, that they knew they had an ending.
Yeah, they know what their ending is, but they're just like,
Uh-huh.
I want to fill in as much as I can in between, and if I ever get tired, I know how I want to end it. But these are people that are just like, how do we write the next 2 chapters alone? They do that, and they're just like, I can't do this, and they stop. You know?
Yeah, because they never had an ending. It's like-
It was the same with Bleach, man. The creator,
Nah, he actually did an ending for Bleach, but he
had-
ended up not
he
being
had-
able to publish his stuff
yeah,
because
well,
of
no, he got the
investigation.
ending. Well, no, he got the ending, but then that Bleach was so big, they're like, hey, we don't want you to end it, so scrap that shit and write more. And he's just like, well, I don't know what the fuck to write. So he wrote himself into a quarter because of the fact that he was trying to do more than he ever planned. Like that's why like the very last villain, I don't even remember his name because I don't like Bleach, because like after the Soul Society arc, I was like, no, this is just too drawn out. I'm done. I was like, this tried to DBZ it, couldn't do it. But like the last villain was just so stupidly powerful, and Ichigo had no like reason of fighting the dude at the time that he did. Like it was just like it's one of those things that happens with that.
Bloody, just stop, because if you didn't watch it, you don't know what you're talking about.
Man,
I know what I'm talking about, because
Like
I
you
follow
really
what
don't know what you're talking about, because I watch Bleach. I'm a fan of Bleach, and you about to say something that you don't know what you're talking about.
man. Netflix,
Well,
Marvel.
I mean, everybody has their own taste, man. It's like I never watched Bleach. I thought the animation looked corny, man. But that's just me.
No,
like a
like
white dude,
no,
but
the
I
thing
don't know.
was,
I don't know. I
like,
can't
it was
swallow
cool. It was cool in the beginning, but as soon as they started
A lot of people tell me
Society
Bleach
art,
is
man,
ill, though. It's just like I can't.
All right.
because it was
Bleach
one of the
Just 'cause
itself,
it's
the-
called- just
the
because they
stuff that
called
you-
it Bleach.
The stuff you're gonna watch in Bleach, all that stuff old as hell. The dude who actually wrote Bleach, He got caught up in some kind of child molestation scandal, but it wasn't even him. So he wasn't able to publish nothing. He couldn't write his shit. He was in prison. When he got out of jail and he started writing this shit again.
I heard about that. I heard about some shit like
that.
Yeah.
He put out the manga of the final chapter and it explained all of that shit that Bloody talking about. But it didn't go into full detail. He don't even want to write anything anymore because of what happened with his stuff. Like the dude basically retiring. He don't want to fuck with it no more.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a sad story on top of a sad story. You don't get no happy ending on that. But all those different implementations that Microsoft could have with their own Netflix, huh?
If it's true, then it could push what they wanted to do before, which is making
with the Microsoft TV and all that, dude.
Yeah. And with them having the power of one, because they were one of Netflix has always been on Xbox first for the longest time, and has a good relationship with them with the way that they update the app and everything, and there's always a lot of specials between the two. Why not,
Yeah, and Microsoft is a big difference between an Xbox thing and a Microsoft thing. See, when it's an Xbox thing, Xbox can't really kick back or throw no jabs back. But like when it's a big like a Microsoft thing, if they trying to get a big corporation, they'll look at somebody like IGN and squash them while they walk past. Like where Xbox have more of a fight, they have to deal with people with the fanboys. Microsoft don't care about none of that. They require Netflix. This is on a different totem pole of thing that's going on. This Xbox, nah, this is not no Xbox thing. This is a Microsoft thing. So when fanboys get to crying, I'm letting you know this don't have nothing to do with no fanboyism. This is out of their hands of that one.
And let it, man.
It's like talking about Sony movie division.
I mean,
to the PlayStation.
To be fair, I mean, Microsoft's been wanting to get into streaming. That's what they've pushed for.
They've been wanting to get into TV. You said it.
So why not let them go? If they can make a deal with one of the biggest juggernauts in streaming, why not let them do it?
Right. No, I was saying like for the fanboys and they were talking about Microsoft need to focus on video games and over there trying to make movies. Fanboys are gonna say that. But what I was saying is, instead of being fanboys gonna be
so that might as well tell Sony not to focus on movies then.
Sony division. Thank you. That's what I was trying to get out. Exactly. So that's why I was saying it's bigger than the Xbox thing. This is a Microsoft thing. So you're gonna hear the fanboys saying, "Oh, they need to focus on games." Just remember when we said this bigger than the Xbox thing, this don't have nothing to do with the Xbox. This is a Microsoft thing.
Yep.
But man, I want before we go too far, man, we're gonna hop all over it because this Infinity War was such a juggernaut that we forgetting Deadpool coming out in 2 weeks. A lot of people ain't just don't see all the hype. Have y'all been seeing the trailers and y'all excited for Deadpool, or y'all think it's getting still getting trampled by Infinity War that is coming out too soon?
No, it's doing perfect. Like it really is in a good spot. Waiting the right amount of time. They've been doing great with their marketing while congratulating and talking to Marvel, and then doing their own spin. Like everyone saw the letter that the Russos wrote for not releasing any spoilers for the movie. Ryan Reynolds and their marketing team just released a letter about that for Deadpool. And it's just fucking very Deadpool-esque. It's hilarious, dude. Like their marketing has been solid. Like
you seen the one with the dance off?
Yeah, and they just released that music video.
I just want to know who the fuck is Peter.
Well, apparently it's Peter W, and a lot of people think it might be Peter Wisdom.
I don't know them. All I know, this dude said he had 2 types of diabetes, and that was a superpower. That shit was funny. I don't give a fuck.
Right? I'm just glad that we finally figured out who the kid was, when they finally said his name and he said that he was Fire Fist, and I'm just like, okay. I was wondering who this little brat was. I was laughing when he's just like, Russell. He's like, my name's Fire Fist. That kid has a horrible name. She's like, yeah. I was just laughing. I was just like, that's so wrong.
Yeah, because who he's supposed to be portraying as.
Yeah, he's gonna be. That's the kid's supposed to be Fire Fist.
And they was doing a lot of Deadpool having a child
Like,
clones too.
I understand it's a Deadpool movie. Why Cable trying to kill Fire Fist? I'm lost. I don't get it. Like, I guess I gotta find out in the movie.
Did something in the future.
Cable, for Cable to go after Fire Fist, that's like overkill to me. I'm just being honest.
But we is talking
Maybe
about like I said, I guess I gotta find out in the movie.
Parents.
I guess really.
Yeah, we talking about Deadpool. This supposed to be just a good old movie. That's what I like about Deadpool. I
know it's a Deadpool movie. That's why I know it's gonna be something silly.
That's some deep shit, yo. You just can't
it's Deadpool. It might be deep, but he gonna make it silly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It is gonna be silly. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised.
But I'm thinking everything on like Cable side of the equation is gonna be serious though.
Oh, absolutely. But here's the real kicker, dude. Like, what if they like Deadpool the entire movie and like everything we've seen is literally like the first like 15, 20 minutes and it's completely something totally else going on. Like they completely like outdo every like trailer lie in the whole thing. It's like everything we saw is like only a small part and it's just like, hey, thought that was a story. Nah, it's this. Let's go.
Yeah, like
with a Deadpool movie,
X out the,
I wouldn't even be surprised that none of the shit in the trailers in the movie.
I know, that's what I'm saying, man. It just be crazy, and I could expect it. Like whatever they do with it, I'm looking forward to it because the marketing has just been simply epic, dude. It's been phenomenal. From every trailer that they done, whether imitating
the breast cancer thing that they got me. I don't care.
Oh yeah, dude. Just fuck cancer.
Yeah, fuck cancer.
And that's a well, the council or something like that. And that's a real organization. Like it made up. It's a real organization. It tripped me out too.
Yeah, like I was just like, yo, Pink Deadpool.
But I did hear this though. Ryan Reynolds said something about not playing Deadpool again.
Huh?
I heard that.
Nah, he gonna have to play Deadpool.
No. What it is that there might not be a Deadpool 3 because they're gonna go into X-Force.
Yeah, and he stated that they're not doing a third movie.
X-Force movie.
Yeah, that they're gonna do. That they're going straight to X-Force.
So that's what he meant about he not gonna be able to play Deadpool.
Yeah. And they made that joke. They made that joke in the trailer. It's just like, look, it's like it's almost like a sequel. And, choose the perfect spot. We don't even need a third one.
Yeah, he alluded to that in the trailer as well. Yeah.
Oh, you sure did.
It's like, think about it. He's always forward thinking, man.
Yeah, like they have this right, and that's why I
think about it. With all these
he
movies
do such a good job as Deadpool.
This is the
I
one
forget
movie that can capitalize on reshoots, bro.
Yeah. Like this Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool, and Deadpool is Ryan Reynolds in my mind. Like there's no other person I could actually like visualize as this character playing it such the perfect way that he's just being portrayed.
Because he's the only person that's played Deadpool up.
But I mean, like if you look at Ryan Reynolds, like and
I understand what you're saying. Like he's a good comedian.
Yeah.
But nobody else has played Deadpool at all. That's why you can't see anybody else playing it.
Yeah.
And every time it's been a Deadpool, it's been Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, even in the cartoons.
But they knocked it out the park from the jump, man.
Yeah.
No, they didn't. Not in Wolverine. Tell the truth.
Yeah, the beginning was good. The beginning,
Wolverine.
They even did the beginning with Deadpool and Wolverine, yo. That shit was
Oh, when
tight,
he was
man.
before they stitched up his mouth. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, obviously, man.
yeah.
They kept telling him to shut the
Like,
fuck up. And he still kept talking shit.
the very beginning of Wolverine.
And they alluded
Origins
to
was-
it in this movie. Think about it. It's
They shitted on
a
it.
throwback. It's
Yeah,
a throwback
'cause-
in this movie when he's
'cause
blocking
if
the
they-
bullets
if they-
from Cable.
Yeah.
And Cable still shoots his ass. He's like, damn, your bullets are really fast.
I mean, that whole scene when he's like blocking the bullets is all reference to what he did in that movie. Like same
I know,
exact.
man.
And like he knows what he's doing. That's what I'm
He
saying.
even
is
cut
that-
the bullet in half, yo.
the
Just
same
like
way,
in that
just-
Wolverine movie.
Yeah. But I was just laughing when he's sitting there, like spitting it. And he's just firing. And he's just like, yeah, I think I'm doing something. Whoa.
Y'all don't remember in the first Deadpool movie he was playing with the old Deadpool toy?
Yeah. He was playing. Yeah. He had the little like shit Deadpool with the two long sword claws and the
And his
stitched out.
mouth stopped. Yeah, it was stitched up mouth.
And what he said? He said something about it like, "What a dumbass idea," or something.
Yeah, he did with that.
But like I
Ain't
said,
talking
man,
about
like,
him
the
as
very,
Green
the
Man,
very
too.
beginning.
And if you think about it, in the first Deadpool trailer, nah, not the first one that we saw, but actually the second one, when he had the Woody toy, Deadpool dressed up as Woody, and he jumps on the Cable action figure and fucking puts his nuts in his face. And then they showed that in one of the most recent trailers and shit, where he jumped on Cable in real life and actually put his nuts on his face, teabagged him, man. I was like, what?
Yeah,
I thought that was just the action figures, man. I know he was gonna do it in the movie.
yeah.
Oh, that's
That
crazy.
made me laugh, and he's just like, no fighting.
Oh, yeah, he's like, no fighting. That is
But
so
the
funny.
Deadpool and Nate Gray comic books are actually good comic books for people who want to actually check them out to see the history of them.
Oh, absolutely.
Hold on, which
I've
one
been
was that?
collecting-
Cable and Nate Gray,
Oh,
the
yeah.
comics.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, I'm with you.
Cable in the Cable in the comic is always like changing so goddamn much.
I mean, Nate Gray and Cable are technically the same, but not the same person.
Yeah.
Man, me personally, I can't stand Cable. I really can't stand him, to be honest with you.
See, certain
Wow.
certain versions of
Interesting.
timelines of Cable is a pain in the ass. There's other ones where it's a little bit better.
Chuck dropped out the conversation.
Yeah, he did.
Oh shit.
Is that they
He's
kicked
like-
him out for hating on Cable.
Yo,
I was like, what? Reject those seats.
Man, somebody booted me. How the hell?
look,
You
to
got
be
bo-
fair, hanging out.
As soon as I said, man, I can't stand Cable.
Yeah,
You got
oh,
booted.
Yep. there it is.
And then it sounded like it had blew up too. I was like, damn, what the
Yeah,
hell's going
we
on?
wasn't having it. We wasn't
Yeah.
having
Cable
it.
heard, Cable
Google
heard
Hangouts,
you.
man. Yeah, Cable
he-
heard you. He fucked with that techno virus.
Yeah, he
That
done some
techno
shit.
virus.
Yeah. I mean, I might need to retract that shit. I said, but
Well,
but I got a
you
good,
must-
I got a
you
good
must have
reason.
forgot
Cable's the
there's-
shit,
there's-
man. I mean, he's been coming out since Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
No. Look, I'm not saying his power set, who he is, his story, his background. That ain't why. None of that. It's when I first met him.
okay.
When I first met him, it's when he was trying to kill Gambit for some shit he ain't do. No, that was Bishop. No, that was Bishop. I don't know why I
That
keep
was
giving
Bishop.
Bishop. Yeah, my bad. That was Bishop. Yeah, I don't know why I keep giving
I
Bishop.
was about
You
to
must
say,
have, because I was about to say
Cable
the
tried to
first
kill
time you
Gambit.
saw Cable, he saved Gambit
Yeah.
Yeah, my bad.
in Genosha.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Hey, you know what my favorite thing is though?
I don't know why I keep getting them two.
So why you hating on
I
Cable
know, right?
again?
Say,
I mean, hold on, look.
it's kind of hard, man. One of them is black. The other
I'm
one's
just-
white.
I mean,
I'm
but
saying, why you hating on Cable? You hating on Cable because he
Yeah,
saved
yeah.
your favorite superhero?
Nah, that ain't, man. I just don't like Cable
Oh,
You ha-
they just don't like him.
because he from the future.
All right.
He from the future where Bishop from.
So you don't like people with Summer's blood? That's what it is.
Oh shit! You hate Cyclops.
But that ain't Gene. That ain't Gene.
That's depending on which one you're looking at. Cable or Nate Gray.
Cable.
Cable mother is Madeline Pryor, a clone of Jean Grey. Nate Gray is Jean Grey's son.
Right. Cable. But anyway, though, I ain't finna get into it over no Cable. Yeah, I just don't like him. I can have my dislikes. They got people I could dislike. Can I?
Yeah,
I was
mean,
just
if
asking
you
you
actually
why.
have a reason, yeah.
No, sometimes you just gotta choose your own bad guys. People you just people you go for, people you don't go for. Like I can't stand the Cowboys, and that's just how it goes. But anyway
Cause
though,
you a Saints fan.
Oh,
before we start rolling in that direction,
look, the one thing I gotta say though, before we go, is that the gun that they showed in the trailer is probably one of the closest representations to what he had. It's not as futuristic, but it's very close, and I like it.
on the gun Cable had.
Yeah, the gun that he has in the trailer.
Oh, y'all know he made some Thanos references too, huh?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
y'all know Deadpool had to get him with some Thanos.
oh yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, Cable.
The dude that played Cable is the same
Yeah.
dude that played Thanos in
Yeah,
Avengers.
Josh Brolin.
Right.
So that's gonna make it a little bit more interesting because he got
And
mocap though.
it took for me to watch the credits to realize there wasn't a guy from the Sons of Anarchy.
Talking about
Oh, you thought it was the guy
Thanos.
from the Sons of Anarchy?
Yep.
Oh
he
wow.
do look like it
Josh
with
Brolin?
that big old chin he got.
That looked like the exact same person.
Somebody got kicked again. Who was that? Oh damn,
That
Chuck
was bloody.
again?
That was blood. No, that was bloody
Oh,
that
that was
time.
bloody this time. Okay.
Yeah, take your lick. He the one going out there into orbit. Yeah, that was the same person.
Yo, man, Google
Yeah.
Hangout sucks today.
Yeah, it been acting
I know,
crazy
right?
all day. But yeah, that the dude that played Hellboy
Ron
big
Perlman.
Yeah.
chin with a big old
Yep.
chin.
Ron Perlman.
Right. That's
Yeah.
who I thought Thanos was until I watched the credits.
And I ain't gonna lie, he looked just like Hellboy though.
I mean, that Thanos and
Pull off
Hellboy don't
Thanos.
look just alike.
Yeah, he could. I was about to say he could have pulled off. He could have pulled off Thanos with no makeup, with just a little bit of makeup. He could have pulled him off. Man, that's one.
Yeah.
You know,
They didn't even
that's,
have to paint the wrinkles in his chin.
it ain't. That's why I say just a little bit.
That's wrong.
Yeah,
That's
fucked up.
wrong. That's
he like,
fucking wrong.
hey, what's that Mexican dude that played he playing everything.
Danny
I don't
Trejo.
know.
Yeah, man, that
He's
dude,
playing
man,
everything, yo. He's playing
Bro.
everything.
I mean, you know, that's like how Samuel L. Jackson and how Morgan Freeman is. He's one of them in every movie. But
I mean, to be fair, I mean that's kind of Terry Crews nowadays.
And Denzel Washington.
And Denzel
yeah,
Washington.
I mean, you know, it's starting to have a little transfer over, but you know, that's who it used to be and everything. But
I want to see Doogie Howser in a new movie. I
Oh,
think that's
man.
who should be the new Joker, Doogie Howser.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I agree. I
hell
agree.
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Man, hey, hell yeah. Man, hey, if y'all seen him on Harry Kumar, oh,
That's what
Man.
I'm saying.
Man,
Like,
Have
oh,
you
yeah.
seen him? Have you seen him on a series of misfortune events?
Oh, that's him.
Yes, that's Doogie.
He's the main
Yeah.
dude. Oh, shit, I knew that.
Count
motherfucker
Olaf.
was familiar, man. I was like,
Hey,
I've seen this.
man, I think he
before.
really and truly he could play the best Joker because he had that part down to a T, just that wildness in him. Just him to throw his head back and be like, woo, just just do some. I could just
I could see him as definitely the jokester Joker, like the full, or maybe the full trickster Joker, like definitely like all the way.
Just not the gangster.
No, not the gangster.
yeah.
I can even see him playing the Riddler.
Oh, dude, he would be
Yeah.
perfect for the Riddler.
Damn, he really need to be in there. And he the only person. I'm surprised he ain't in no superhero movie.
DC, y'all need to take notes. Y'all need to hire Doogie Howser.
Yeah, get Doogie, because he can do the more modern Riddler very well. You know, where he's still very like encapsulated with doing riddles and trying to be the smartest, but you know, have that more sinister aspect of where he's finally not
Bloody.
afraid to kill.
Have you checked out the War of Jokes and Riddles?
No, I have not seen that one. or
Check it out and check it out. Please check it out.
Have you seen it,
And,
Colada?
and,
The War
and
of Jokes and Riddles.
it's a comic.
Yeah.
Comic.
Okay.
The War of Jokes
No,
and
I
Riddles.
kind of figured it was a comic.
Because I know with like the newer Riddler that they've shown.
I can
that,
see Doogie playing that Riddler. Like I can see it right now.
The War of
I will-
Jokes and Comics.
The Jokes and Riddles.
The War of Jokes and Riddles. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, either or. I think he'll nail it. If he played the
Either
Joker or the
character.
Riddler. Yeah,
Either character. I really
can see him
think
nail it either way. Yeah.
I can really think they'll be golden with Doogie Howser playing a villain in DC.
Doogie, we need Doogie Howser.
Right, especially if he act like somebody that's all cranked up too. Oh man, that'd be the perfect role for him. He'll really shine. Because he'll go to the extreme where it don't be overboard, but it be that perfect extreme. You know how to touch that level where it don't be overboard, but it be like that perfect extreme.
Yo, did y'all hear that bad news though
What happened?
about Marvel? The deal between Marvel and Fox?
Oh, Costco?
Not
Costco.
Comcast.
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 Yeah, Comcast.
Costco.
I know it's
Actually,
something like
I got
Comcast.
some information on
Don't
that.
they have
No, they
like
just,
Fox and stuff at Costco?
So what's up? What's going on with that,
All
buddy?
right.
No, it was just a bid.
There's some information that I've been personally looking through and getting some stuff and actually want to dig through on this. So what happened is that Disney wants Fox Media, but they also wanted their European aspect to add to their media, which was Sky Network. Well, Comcast put in a bid. They actually won the bid for Sky to increase their media presence in the UK and over there in Europe. Now, what's happening is that Comcast is wanting to make a bid, all cash, to for Fox Media. However, right now they actually cannot because they're actually waiting for the AT&T and Time Warner deal to merger to go through. Because if they approve that and the government allows that, then it would not see as a monopoly, and the oligarchy would actually allow them to be able to take in such a large media presence for Fox. However, they're wanting to make an all cash bid of $60 billion compared to the bid right now that Disney has for $52 billion. Now the $52 billion is made up, I believe, of $40 billion or $42 billion in cash and then $10 billion in stock buyout. Now, with this, with the deal with Disney, it will set them up for a longer period because it gives them $10 billion worth of shares through Disney that, you know, basically sets them almost for life. But if they were to go with the Comcast bid, that's all cash and be able to go through it real quick. The interesting thing is that at least for us, because the big thing for us is that while they're going to get all the media rights, the studio clauses for the Marvel characters actually would not transfer over to Universal and everything that Comcast owns. Because back in the 90s, when Marvel was going bankrupt and they had to write up the deal clauses, they put in those clauses that they are sold directly to those companies. And even if they were bought out, the licenses and character rights would not be transferable. And if there was no movie made in that time frame, that they would revert back to Marvel. So even if Disney doesn't win the buyout for Fox Media and is able to actually write up the proper clauses to be able to, since they own Marvel, to be able to transfer those back directly to Marvel and then give those over to Disney Studios, they would still be able in turn to get them back because of the fact that since Fox will not exist and they're the only ones who are actively able to make those movies, the rights will transfer back to Marvel, but it would just take an excessive amount of time.
I think it's how many
How
years
much time would it take?
They
think
depending on the studio, some clauses were, I believe it
But
was
suppose
five or
suppose
6
Comcast. I understand what you say, but suppose Comcast decides to keep Fox open.
Well, they wouldn't
That
because
they would
Fox
still.
because Fox the Fox media
Uh-huh.
would be owned in a subsidiary of Comcast, and they would not be an actual physical studio and company. Whereas we know of like Marvel Studios, it while it is Marvel Studios, it is still a subsidy of Disney and not a full entity.
Okay.
So even if Comcast wins the buyout for Fox, since it is not actually Fox and it is under a different media outlet and group, and they're going to be a subsidy, they're not the entitled entity that those rights are sold to.
Mm. Well, you know they had the best lawyers on their team back in the days.
You goddamn right
I
they
mean,
were.
for them to see the future like right now. But I thought it was like every what 5 or
It,
was
Well,
it
they're
10 years?
trying to basically trying to cover
some
their ass, really, if you think
some of
about it.
them some studios for certain characters was I believe it was every 5 years. Others it was every 10 years. Like that's why we already have Blade, Ghost Rider, and Daredevil and all them back because
Mhm.
it's
They,
been over a decade since we had a movie to be able to directly
like when the last
use.
Fantastic Four movie came out,
2016.
Yep.
16. No, oh, not that one. The one before that one.
That one was 2007,
7.
I think.
So pretty much, so that's a 10-year contract right there.
That,
Because the last
they
one they
made a
dropped,
movie in
they
9
they had to
years.
drop it. Yeah, they had to drop it before the 10-year mark. So that's why they pushed that Fantastic Four movie out the door so fast, and they just put on the chopping block, like clack 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 clack. Man, we ain't got time for
Yep.
that. Huh? It's out
Yep.
because they wanted to keep the license. So old boy got through under the bus, but they just chopped the movie up just to put it out fast instead of give him more time to be able to finish all the war scenes. Because you know the Thing and stuff would have came
Yo,
in.
they cut his budget. Yo, they cut his budget. What the day of filming, the day that they started filming, they already started cutting the budget down.
Yeah,
It
they were
was
trying
the
to get them to
execs in
push it out
charge. Not that
fast.
they. Nah, the movie was already in production.
Yeah, but no, they had to have the movie out before the 10-year mark. So they had to push. They were trying to rush. Made sure that he stuck to the time. So before he
Read up
get,
on that, Chuck. You'll be surprised. All right.
Yeah.
Obviously, they had to
So
get it out, but once it was in production, they still had they still was already making it and whatnot. It was already in
nah,
production.
because
so
the
Before
yeah,
same
the
but
thing
movie
with
they
coming
Daredevil. I don't know what
out.
you talking about,
but
but not with the
Chuck,
Daredevil. The same thing. Daredevil was the same thing.
yeah,
They
but
was
Chuck,
making a Daredevil movie too.
yeah, but Chuck, he was saying that once they started, they were cutting the budget, which is something that happens a lot. Look at what happened to Deadpool. They cut his budget like in half when they started shooting, and he still did with what he could. It happens to certain ones when they're just going to try and put money into a project. It's like, look, we know this is going to fail. We just need to keep it going because Rise of the Silver Surfer was in 2007. So they were coming up on the 8-9 year mark. So they're like, look, if we want to keep this, we got to do something now.
Right. They just cut the budget.
They destroyed their own movie.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much. In an overall sense, yeah.
So if this doesn't go through, then we wouldn't be seeing, possibly the Fantastic Four until, probably 2025. Because
Yeah.
the Fantastic Four stick, which was the last one, came out in 2015.
Oh, it had so much potential. Man, that movie had so much
Which
potential
one?
too. The last one that
Which one?
came out, the very last one, when they was scared to actually say Fantastic Four on the movie. I'm just saying they had so much potential to how it was dark and gritty, and they changed the origin story
Yeah,
to make it more
yeah.
realistic.
To be honest, the movie really wasn't that bad.
It
I mean,
wasn't, man.
it wasn't
It
bad,
was
but I'm
just
just
the
saying it was.
third act that fell apart. But
Yeah,
everything else was good up until that point.
Look,
but
let's all just be happy that we were able to save 2 out of 2 Human Torches.
yeah, but with the Deadpool was, I mean not Deadpool, Daredevil was the same thing though, because they had the movie rights for him was about to expire, and I think they was making a movie and lost the rights to him in the middle of them doing that. So I think it was like some bad blood behind that, but I don't remember exactly how it went because that was a long time
What,
ago.
Daredevil?
Yeah,
Well,
before
actually, Daredevil, the rights were about to expire. They had a a writer director working on a script that was on a writer director movie. The guy that did Smoking Aces, the writer director
I
Smoking
think
Aces.
what Kevin Feige attached to it too before he was with Marvel.
No, I mean you're talking about Jon Favreau.
That's who it
Who are you
might have been.
talking about?
No, I know it was somebody he worked for Marvel right now, but he was working on the Daredevil movie under before Marvel got the rights back.
Well, I mean, Jon Favreau starred as Frankie Nelson in the first Daredevil movie, but the writer director was the guy from Smoking Aces. He also did the 18, and the thing that happened is that the rights was about to expire, but Marvel didn't want Daredevil back. They didn't want Daredevil. They wanted to make a deal with Fox. It was like, you know what? Y'all can stay with Daredevil, but y'all need to give us Galactus and Silver Surfer. So Fox ain't know who the fuck Galactus and Silver Surfer was, because I mean they own the rights, don't mean they know what the fuck they is. So they was like, all right, we'll get back to you. So they went to go talk to their lawyers, and their lawyers was like, no, don't give up Galactus and Silver Surfer. So they came back to the table. They was like, nah. So then the rights reverted back to Marvel that fall. But they still don't know who the fuck those characters was because we ain't seen shit since then. And Marvel's had Daredevil for a few years already. What has Fox done with Galactus and Silver Surfer? Nothing.
Nothing. So we gonna get those back.
Right, but see, they was they trying to get Fantastic
Man,
Four
I'm
back.
pissed that I can't see Norrin Red.
You can't see what? I
I'm
know,
pissed that I
man. It's
can't
like
see Norrin Red.
they've had this character for fucking years, man, and they just don't know what the fuck they're doing, man. It's like
Wait, which character?
that's like Silver Surfer.
Oh yeah.
You said his real name, Norman Red.
I mean, but
Bloody
it's
got
hard to
confused
portray.
right there for a second. He was like, "Who's that?"
Hey, but it's kind of hard to
You know how much I wanted to see him just pass by in Infinity War, just not even get involved,
Yeah,
just pass by
dude.
through
We
outer
telling
space.
man, shit.
Shit, I'd love to see him in Avengers 4.
But it's not gonna happen.
yeah, because of Fox. I mean, but it might. You never
Eventually.
know.
You know what I'm saying? Like they got a comic where Galactus and Thanos went at it.
Yep.
Yeah, I ain't never see that
But
one.
That would be so crazy, yo, man. I hope Thanos don't die in the next movie. Yo. Really hope he does. I would like to see some Galactus Thanos action, yo. I can't front.
Hey, matter of fact, didn't Thanos fight like all
Lock
the
his ass up somewhere. Lock his ass up somewhere. Know what I'm saying? In a giant fucking prison cell or something. That can
doing
hold
like on
his ass. Don't
Superman,
kill him.
Superman 2? Put him inside the little mirror.
Superman.
Superman 2 is like, nah, there's no Phantom Zone in the MCU.
Yeah, I mean, I was just saying that was a joke.
Yeah, right. I'm sure that where could they lock that
Wait a
motherfucker at,
minute.
man?
Didn't Yellow Jacket have some special prison?
Yep, yep.
Yes, he did.
They could lock him up in that shit, man. Somewhere in the quantum realm and shit.
Yeah, we gotta see the quantum realm.
Yeah, and I think they're gonna have to
Yeah.
explain what what happened on the end of
And they could put it in
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
Yeah, it would say what happened at the end of Ant-Man. The way I'm thinking they're gonna do it is like the time was at pretty much at the same exact time. That's why Ant-Man wasn't in the Avengers. They're gonna probably show it from his angle to him doing other stuff.
Well, they already stated that Ant-Man takes place shortly after Civil War.
Okay, and that's 2 years later, so that's gonna take place way before then, huh?
Oh yeah, we're gonna see it. We're gonna see it
So
sometime. I
unless
believe it's gonna take place a few months after. But
yeah, unless when you go into the microverse, time might move at a different pace. You might think you there for
Yeah,
That's
2
people were
DC.
days.
alluding
It
to
might be
that.
there.
People were alluding to that as well.
Yeah, and by the time they come out, they think it's been a week. It's been a whole 2 years.
And even if they never get the time stone, I mean, the gauntlet, can't you just take the time stone? But then I started thinking, who the hell would use it? Or who the hell would know how to use it? Scarlet Witch? Oh,
Wong.
she dead.
She
Oh,
gone
Wong.
too.
Yeah, there he goes, Wong. Thank you, bloody. Because I kept thinking,
Yeah.
it's like, what magic user could actually use it? I was like, Scarlet Witch dead, Doctor Strange dead. Then you just said Wong. Yeah, that's
But
it.
you,
All
Look,
right.
but you,
remember
hey,
the homie, the homie
you know if he
bounce.
did or not.
Remember the homie bounce when he's just like, "Look,
Hey,
Doctor
but
Strange, I get it, but
the
look, there
thing
ain't no one at
about
the crib. This
the
nigga
thing
gotta go
about where
home."
Wong went to
The Sanctum
Protect
Sanctorum.
the
he
sanctum.
went to the sanctum. So
Yeah,
Wong not actually in the dimension.
So he pretty
So
much like
Wong
purgatory, yeah,
straight.
straight, yeah.
yeah. So if anyone can use the time stone, it would be him. He knows.
Yeah,
He
like the
knows about the
magic
time.
user and whatnot.
Yeah.
Hey, because he did leave,
Well,
he leave and
It's
made an
not
effort
even.
when he
It's not
left.
even just that. He knows about the time stone. Remember, he's the one
Yeah,
who told, Strange about the Eye of Agamotto. He's like, you can't just be wearing a Infinity Stone now. So
right.
when they put it back, he's known about it. So he's probably the one person who could probably figure it out.
I mean, hey,
That's
that's
if he
probably
don't
absolutely
already know how to use it because he was the keeper of the library
right.
where all the books was. He knew
So I
about
mean, he
all the
know
books
about
before the
it.
pages got stolen and all that. So Wong might already know how to use that song.
Yeah. I mean, not he probably do, but the thing about it, when he
I
left,
mean, they can
when he
actually
left,
play it like Wong already know how to use it
Yeah.
you know what I said. I mean,
because they
they
already
did
set it
for
up
that
as he
too.
was the key. I'm just saying the way they set it up already. Like most librarians know everything about books.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what
know
you
everything
expect from a
about
library.
everything.
That you would expect that from a librarian.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, that's true. And then the way he went out too, he made it known where he was going, and he, said it kind of was like something
Yeah,
that sat out.
no,
That was out, yeah, it
when
sat out a little
he
different
like I
because
gotta go. Nobody protecting the sanctum.
right.
Yep.
It was like it was like one of them things like pay attention over here, tidbit. But yeah, y'all probably right about that. That'd be perfect if for him to use it. And
He would have to be. He would have to be their kind of like smoking gun. Be like, hey, everyone's gone. We lost everything. And it's just
I
like
like,
we're strange. Well, he's
Yeah,
dead.
because they
And it's
could
just
use the
like we
time
need to get the
stone, go
stone.
into the past in
Yeah,
order to
they
try to
they
put a stop to this guy getting all the stones.
yeah. Well, they did state that Avengers 4 is apparently going to deal a lot with time travel because there were screenshots from the
man, imagine
For
they
the
do some
set.
Back to the
from
Future
the
Yep.
two
set. Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, from the set, and they
Yep.
were showing
Yeah,
everyone.
some Back to the Future. Yep.
I'm
Yeah,
trying to
where they
think
got to
what
dodge
time
it, they're doing
travelers.
their own self. Yeah,
I'm
that'd
trying to
be
think what
crazy.
time travelers they had in Marvel that they can
Well,
actually
I'm just
use.
figuring just using the time stone. I don't know if there's any actual time travelers besides the guys that went into the past, like Cable and Bishop and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I
I
was
don't
just
think.
trying to think of a hero that everybody would know that could time travel. But I can't. Not one that I can think off the top of my head.
So that's what I'm saying is that they would have to be hunting for the stones again, and
Yep.
right now the working theory anyways, and this is
Because
what
the
I'm gonna
glove
hang
is
on.
fucked up, but the
The
stones are
glove.
still there.
Well,
Hey,
yes, the
what
stones
about
are still.
five
Hang on,
people
hang on,
hold
hang on,
hold
hang on.
a
What they were saying is that the glove's fucked up. We know that the gauntlet is completely destroyed, but there is a working theory is that when the gauntlet was destroyed, that it used up the power of the stones. But we know that the stones, have near
That's not
infinite
true.
power. Yeah,
The
hang
stones
Yeah.
can't
on,
even.
hang on. That's what I'm saying is that we know that the stones have near infinite power since they were created at the time of creation of the universe. That they wouldn't be able to be used up like that. But that's one of the working theories right now. But the thing is right now that we know that the only person who has a master over one of the stones and magic would be Wong. He would be the closest person who's been around Doctor Strange enough to know how the stone works. He would just need to create the Eye of Agamotto to harness it and be able to try and use the time powers of it.
well, yeah, that's
There's
a
a
good theory.
So that's just one of the thoughts that I've had is that because Wong bounced out and the Sanctum Sanctorum exists outside of the current reality in a sense, just like a couple other places like the microverse or quantum realm, whatever you want to call it, and a couple other places that exist just outside of the 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 reality of the current universe.
Yeah, our Pacific dimension. But at the same time, what about the other stones? You think they're gonna Like
And they could.
5 other
I
people gonna
forgot
carry
about
us
that
out.
other thing. I forgot about one other thing that Wong could do.
What's that?
He can open up the other world. Well, what's the bad guy they fought in the
Dormammu?
Doctor Strange?
Dormammu?
Dormammu. He can open up a doorway to Dormammu's dimension.
The Dark Universe?
Yep.
That's interesting.
You send Thanos there.
I don't know with this. Yeah.
Definitely something he could do.
Hey, so what y'all think about the but what about the other stones? Who gonna hold the other stones if the glove broke and you think it's gonna be like 5 other people?
I could see Cap using the Power
Wolverine.
Stone. Cap with the Power Stone.
Cap with the power of Wolverine.
Well, we know that supposedly anyway, that Avengers 4 is going to be a time skip. That it's going to be a couple years after everything, and kind of things.
You think so?
So, what was 5 Avengers in the original movie?
6.
6?
Yeah.
And the 6 stones?
Yeah, Hawkeye.
And the 6
Okay.
stones?
6 stones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you have
Each one
Iron
of
Man.
the Avengers.
You have Iron Man, Cap, Black Widow, Thor, Hawkeye, and Hulk.
Out.
And there's the only 6 that's left.
Well, they have those, and then a couple second generation heroes. But yeah, because we still have War Machine, we still have Rocket, we have Okoye and some of the remaining of the Wakandan forces. M'Baku's still alive. We have Nebula.
Yeah, they're gonna have a nice little army to fight with.
A little bit, but they have the main original 6 Avengers, the original Phase 1 Avengers, and a couple second generation heroes.
Yeah, on this next one, they gonna let them go out with glory though.
Speaking
That's why
of,
they gonna
speaking
go
of,
out in that one.
survivors, there was something that I read, and James Gunn confirmed this, that apparently Groot's last words before he was erased was when he said "I am Groot" when he was talking to Rocket. Apparently, that translated to the word "dad," so he called Rocket "dad" before he died.
Yeah, man. If they would have put the subtitles, people would have been really balling.
Oh, dude, if they had the subtitles up for that, like,
saying,
everyone would be crying because that only adds to the moment as Rocket defeated, just like, no, like that really like soft, like, no, you can't do anything, no, that you're just trying to plead for.
Yeah, that been saying.
That would have just destroyed people, like legitimately, that would have destroyed people.
dude, it would have been like old girl at the end of Logan, Daddy.
Nah, man. I saw the reaction people had to Spider-Man. I ain't even want to see that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Apparently during that scene, Tom Holland apparently ad-libbed that part when he's laying on his back, and he starts crying to Tony, saying, "I don't want to go." Apparently, that wasn't in the script, but Tom Holland did that, and they kind of ran with it.
I mean, yeah, I would have seen a scared little boy facing death, and he's just starting to, you know what I'm saying, enjoy life.
Yeah.
First thing, first thing he probably would say is, "I don't want to go."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
and people was tripping. Was like, why did it take so long for Spidey to die? Because he can feel he's about to die. He has a spider sense, people. Right? Everybody ain't go at the same time.
right. And then I mean,
Like,
they couldn't
his
show
spider
everybody at the
sense was
same
already
time.
warning him and shit that some shit is about to go down. So that's why he had enough time to like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Because he feels that shit coming on. Just like his spider sense warned him before the Guardians attacked. He's like, "Oh, just let her know not to put eggs in me." He's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, that is a horrible feeling to actually feel death coming at you.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
with
He
this-
had it
yeah,
worse than
granted-
everybody else
Yeah.
because of his freaking spider sense.
Right.
Everyone else was like nearly unconscious or just out of it. You know, Scarlet Witch was crying for You
I know
know,
she got
Vision
no
when
justice.
she and Vision had the worst, man. They had some like Romeo and Juliet type shit. She had to kill him, and then he was brought back to life. She got knocked the fuck out. He was killed again, and as she's standing over his dead corpse, she dies. And more than
The
likely,
Romeo and
he's gonna
Juliet
be
taken to the extreme, man.
yeah,
That's fucked up.
Man, hey, y'all seen the way Thanos ripped that the jewel out of his head? Man,
Oh,
I'm talking about bent his skull in.
Yeah,
I
he
was
stuck
like,
his
it's like,
fingers up in his
yeah,
forehead, man. He like, give me that shit.
and it
you
just
ain't
popped it
nothing but a
right on up.
machine.
Yeah, pushing down. Man, his head looked like an old flat basketball. Man, I'm
Yeah.
still tripping on that. That was ridiculous.
They
But
That
just
was
dropped him
funny.
like a sack of potatoes. He's like,
right,
that's it. I got what I want.
his kills were so brutal to say they were just like they look like he just did them so simple. Like when Logan killed somebody, he all yeah and jacked all up and stuff. But Thanos come, he just said bloop, and like it ain't nothing. Like he just plucked the fruit off a tree.
But
The way he did Loki, he just hold him up like talking like he was holding up nobody. He just hold him and said, he just cracked his
but
neck like oh wait.
and the thing about it is, they did Thanos perfect.
Yeah, they did.
Hell yeah, they put Thanos together.
So what movie was it that Thanos came out in the after credit sequence? He's like, "Oh,
The
I'm gonna
first
just have to
Avengers.
do it myself." No, that he went and he grabbed the glove. Instead, he put his hand in the glove. He's like, "Oh,
Okay,
I'm gonna just have to do this myself."
I know
I
what
don't
you're
know.
talking about. I think that was what? No, it wasn't the first Guardians, huh?
I don't remember.
Or was it?
No, it wasn't the Guardians. Oh, Age of Ultron. That the end of Age of
Yeah,
Ultron, the after
yeah,
credit
so
sequence.
was.
Yeah, yeah. They came out. He's like, I'm gonna have to go get this myself, and everybody was like, "Oh!" And then they followed it up with Infinity War. That's a trip, though. Y'all heard that thing about China, right?
Talking about they ain't got the movie yet.
No, they sell pre-orders for tickets, just like they do in the States, right? And
Yeah,
the highest selling pre-order for any American film was actually The Fate of the Furious, which was 25 million. This one has twice that. It's closing in on 50 million. All right.
damn.
And they said that the biggest Marvel film out there actually grossed 240,000, and that was actually Age of Ultron. All right, think about it. Thanos got teased at the end of that motherfucker. Know what I'm saying? He's like, "Oh, I'm gonna have to do this myself." So they waiting for that. So I have a feeling that they're actually talking that this could actually be a film that could actually hit $2 billion. That this might actually be able to do it.
So you think it's
What
gonna
do you
knock
guys think?
Avatar? Thinking they're gonna knock Avatar off his high horse?
Yeah, Avatar's at 2.7, man. I mean, it might break 2 billion. I don't know if it's gonna go that high though. There's a lot of competition. It's like Deadpool, you know what I'm saying? And then
Yeah.
Solo, Star Wars story. So, you know, but Avatar, the advantage that Avatar had is it had no competition. This is before they even released big pictures in February. Remember when Avatar came out? No good movie came out until May. All
So
right.
you went to the movie theater that you
And
was
now dudes be
Avatar.
dropping shit in April. They be dropping shit in March, February. You know what I'm saying? There's been big movies all year if you think about it.
Yeah. Oh shit. So I'm reading an article real quick. So everyone knows how Agents of Shield sometimes ties into the
Oh, how they
Yeah.
was
ties
mentioning
into the
Thanos? I watch. I keep up with it.
yeah. Apparently in the last episode, Taryn and Talbot were talking, and Taryn told Graviton that Thanos was attacking Earth, and that he said that he was gonna have to go down there and fight Thanos with the Avengers, but he was saying no,
You're
that
not coming up.
Thanos' strength is unrivaled, but there may be another way.
Hmm.
That's
Man.
that's pretty interesting.
Yeah. That matter of fact, that was the last episode they showed, huh?
Yeah, episode 20 of season 5. I think it stopped.
That's
I think it stopped
crazy
at the
shit.
beginning of season 4. I need to catch up.
Yeah, it's pretty shaky. They might not come with another season. I think they was on
I
their
hope it
last
don't,
leg.
man. I want to see those characters cross over. I want Quake in the
Yeah,
MCU.
Look. Let's all be happy that we're getting Coulson back on the big screen of Captain Marvel.
yeah, that because spoiler alert, on Agents of Shield, Coulson will die. That's the only way they're gonna bring him back to the MCU. He got to
Uh,
die on his TV show.
Why? Why? It's going back in the
Die.
past. Yeah. Why he
That's
gotta
what
die?
I'm saying,
It's in the
dude.
past,
They
bro.
trying to man, because they didn't like the whole Agents of Shield thing about Coulson being still alive. Kill him off on the show, bring him back to the MCU on a throwback.
You know what the reason for that was, right? That was because of the studio head who oversees the TV shows. Kevin Feige said that everyone liked Coulson,
Yeah,
that
but
he
you
didn't want to
can't
leave
you
him
can't
dead.
kill him, man. It's like, you
Yeah.
don't know how it
So
ties in, bro.
yeah, so
Hold on,
Feige wanted to bring Coulson back, but he didn't have the way to do it. But the TV show was able to do it, and Joss Whedon didn't like that they brought him back, so he said, "Fuck that, Coulson's dead."
Exactly. So for him to come back to the MCU on a TV show, he got to be dead.
No, the TV show is connected to the MCU.
Yeah, he's still a part of it, and Captain Marvel, it's going back to
I
the
mean, yeah.
90s. He would have still been alive
it's a
during this time,
throwback.
bro.
Yeah, he'd have been alive in the time. But I'm saying on his TV show, The Agents of Shield, before he goes from the TV show back to the big screen in the MCU, he gonna have to die on the TV show.
Nah, I don't
No,
think so.
then he wouldn't be able to come back on the big screen. What, they're gonna resurrect him?
No, he gonna come back on the big screen on a throwback, like how you said, like with Captain Marvel. So
But he has a part
they
in the
showing that.
No,
story.
but that's in the past, though.
Yeah.
All right.
That has no bearing on him being on the show.
Do y'all watch
Chuck,
Agents of Shield?
Chuck, you're not making no
Man, I've been
sense right now.
I
so the thing about
know,
it,
man.
I've been keeping up with Agents of Shield. Look, I've been keeping up with Agents of Shield. Look, hold up, man. Look,
No, you 3 deep already,
Coulson's
man.
gonna
You
die.
gotta. It's not to go bad for you. You
Wow.
out of it. You're not making no sense.
man, look. Coulson is going to die. I'm telling y'all, listen to what I'm saying. Coulson is going to die. I watched the show. Coulson is going to die.
Is Graviton gonna kill them?
I doubt it, but he gonna die.
So
though.
then, what if he dies? Then he only gets to come back in what movie?
I don't make up the stipulation to this shit. I'm just saying what I'm seeing. He finna die on the TV show and go to the MCU, back to the movie.
He's already in the movies, dude, and he's doing the TV show. So he's actually doing both right now. That has no bearing. So I mean, he could still, like, they could end up to be in the show, right? That this is the last season for the show, right? But they could still end up bringing him back sometime down the line. So, remember, at one time Marvel had a plan for a Shield movie, not Agents of Shield, but a Shield movie, right? Which would have been with Samuel L. Jackson. That was in his contract. Samuel L. Jackson, Maria Hill, all these people. They could have Coulson as part of that as well. Have Quake, all right? That's one of the main agents and whatnot. The chick that plays May, you know what I'm saying? The Cavalry, that also alluded to her that she actually knows Black Widow. I mean, come on. There's so much connective tissue there with the people that are in S.H.I.E.L.D. and whatnot, that there's no reason to even get rid of Coulson, especially him being a fan favorite.
I mean, I get all that. It make perfect sense. I don't neglect nothing that y'all saying, but I'm just telling you from my perspective of me watching this show, and instead of been keeping up with it,
That he gonna die. He gonna die. Right?
he gonna die. I mean,
But one thing I know about Marvel and the Agents of Shield, they always
Ain't
die.
nobody dead.
But they ain't dead.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true too. But I'm just saying that's that's just what the show leading up to and the way they're going with the
I'm
movie
just saying,
version.
like I ain't even talking about the movie version. I'm talking about the comics. How many times they killed Nick Fury?
Yeah.
So what was it there? Was it there Terminator Nick Fury at one time?
Yeah.
Man, I mean, if you think about it, everybody that been killed off numerous times.
At least twice.
Yeah. So yeah, that is true. I mean, that's a possibility, but I still say he finna die.
All right.
So if y'all don't watch Agents of Shield, you want to find out?
I haven't seen
gotta
it this
check it
year. I'll find out when it's on Netflix. That's for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, I just watch it on.
I know what's gonna happen. Cause I watch it.
On Hulu. I watch on Hulu. Yeah, that's what I get.
You know I watch.
watch Quake in the MCU. That's all I care about. They
Man.
can kill everybody. Yeah. Matter of fact, they can blow up the entire base with everybody inside it.
Look, all they need to do right now is that Marvel has the rights back for Blade. Do something with it, god damn it. I want my Blade reboot.
Who gonna play Blade?
Well, actually, somebody suggested. I forgot his name, man.
Boyega.
But one of our fans, right? He actually did it in a message on Xbox Live about the Midnight Suns.
Oh, Vodka.
Yeah, Takavaka. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
Doctor
Takavaka.
Vodka.
Doctor
Not
He
Vodka.
said,
Takavaka. What his name is? Dakota Vodka.
Yeah,
yeah.
Dr. Vodka.
He
I
said
just call it Doctor
the
Vodka. Yeah,
Midnight Suns, and I was like, you know what? Hell yeah, that shit would be dope. They came out with the Midnight Suns,
shit,
but
yeah.
I would wanted a full blown movie. All right, and so like that, they could just delve into some horror shit, yo, some crazy shit, man. Demons, vampires, and werewolves. Oh my, that would be dope.
I mean, and then that's not too far fetched. They're already going Galactus on us. So once they,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
We
they can
got a
catch.
dude
They
that
can
destroyed half the
use
universe by snapping his fingers. Come on.
right.
Hey,
Let's see. The
They
Midnight.
and
can go. They
then
can dip their toes into a hard
somebody
genre.
said in the show that they wish they could see Wesley Snipes play Blade again. Now
Oh,
we all
I
agree.
can see Wesley
We all,
Snipes play
but
Blade's
look
dad.
now. Look, check this out. Check this out. What if Wesley Snipes played Blade in the Midnight Suns movie, but he was training a new team to replace him because he was getting too old?
I'd be down for that. I want.
Yeah.
That's what I want though. Is right now we're at the age where we're.
But see, that's the thing though, is that
No. Think
if
about
they
it.
do a Midnight Suns, you would want 3 movies. Wesley
Yeah,
Snipes is old.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like he said, he's training someone.
He
new to
he
take
become an
over.
old man.
Well, yeah,
He's
what
an
we're
old
gonna
man on the
see.
team.
We've seen plenty of times that mantles get passed on to new heroes and new people. We're gonna see that in Phase 4 after Avengers 4. Captain America is
Basically,
gonna be someone else. We can see
you
Blade
see,
pass it on to someone else.
you see what Tony Stark doing with Spider-Man.
Yeah, passing on the mantle.
Yeah. Or you go look at even Blade movies. Who was the person that was the tech guy for Blade?
Whistler.
Whistler.
Yeah. Or Batman, you got Alfred. He's still around. Still, what I'm saying, guiding Batman through. I mean, what I'm saying.
Well, I mean,
Man, you can't
Blade
kill
ain't like
Alfred,
the
man.
second tech guy though, man. Daryl, he fucking murdered Daryl.
But there was a
Yeah.
vampire.
No, he was a vampire wannabe.
Same thing.
Either
To
way,
Blade, it was the same thing.
But yeah,
was,
he was
Blade,
still
was
there.
Blade
Though.
ever a part of the Midnight Suns?
And he could just be the overall person for him. Yeah, that would make sense. That way people can still get their Wesley Snipes. And then, what I'm saying, send them out in glory.
Man, Wesley
I know.
Snipes too damn old, man. If
I
y'all
know.
would have said this like 10 years ago, I would have been all for it.
We
Y'all
talking
said
about
it
an
10 years
old
straight.
man. We talking about him being an old man, being just a trainer, a mentor to him now.
So they have both Ghost Riders.
But then that means that you would have to acknowledge all the previous stuff that came before with Blade, right? That wasn't part of the MCU.
Hey, at least. Oh,
I'm telling you, that comes
okay,
with
so-
baggage, people. That comes with
Yeah.
baggage.
Well,
I mean,
they would have to do it in the second movie because and
Look,
and
I'm
do it
just
like how they
saying
did
what it is,
Spider-Man.
man.
later that
We all know this not gonna happen. I'm just saying a
Want to
what
know
if
who would be a good
situation.
Blade? We'll
Who?
go back to what you said earlier.
Jamie
Michael
Foxx.
B. Jordan.
Are you crazy?
John Boyega. You got the
You
look.
telling me Michael B. Jordan can't be a good Blade?
I
But
wasn't talking
how-
about
how
what
would
you
he
said.
buy into
I
this?
was talking about what Chuck said.
Killmonger.
What did he say?
I said
Jamie
Jamie
Foxx.
Foxx.
Oh man, what's up with Jamie Foxx? Show is that Jamie Foxx after Electro, I can't take him serious no more. I just can't. You know what I'm saying? Before Electro, I could take him serious. After Electro, nah, I can't fuck with him no more. Nope.
Yeah, he really
can't do it.
destroyed it.
I
He
can't
destroyed
do
all
it,
his
man.
capabilities on his own.
That's what I'm saying, man. Fucking great actor and everything, man, and everything before Amazing Spider-Man 2. After Amazing Spider-Man 2, I was like, wow. I was like, dude, if I was in his shoes and they was doing the movie that fucked up, I would have walked. I was like, you know what, man? Fuck it, man. You're gonna have to fucking. You don't pay me shit. I don't want to do this piece of shit.
Right.
That that
That'll boost
Electro
it.
character, I was not feeling that shit.
Yeah, the way he was acting all jittery and the way he was moving, it didn't fit in. It didn't just seem natural. Like everything
It
about him was
seemed like a
fast. You like
different
cut it
movie,
out.
man. And then the guy that played the Rhino also over the top as well, man. I'm like, what the fuck is up with these characters, man?
You think they probably was
It's like,
instructed to go over the top to make it look like animated a little bit?
I don't know, man. And the thing is, the guy Paul Giamatti, the one that played the Rhino, he's an incredible actor, man. But that was like, what was up with that acting as the Rhino, bro? I couldn't understand that, man. They
Yeah,
try to do something with that movie that they shouldn't have done, man.
man, they were trying to bank off the toys. So they were trying to put as
Man.
much stuff they can put in there for
They was
reference to toys.
concentrating on the sequel that never came out for the Sinister Six movie. That's why they kept trying to cram so many different characters into this movie to try to show you who these characters are and their personalities. And then you discover that Rhino fight sequence that you got so amped about in the fucking trailer, they showed the entire fight scene in the fucking trailer. I was like, what? I was like, oh no, get the fuck out of here, man. I want my money back. I was mad. I'm telling you, I was mad. Yo, if my soda would have been full at the time, I would have thrown that shit at the screen.
No, all that behind a rhino fight.
Yeah, they showed the whole entire fight in the fucking trailer. There was no fight.
At least Black Panther gave you one.
Yeah, but what the Black Panther got to do with this, man? How did Black Panther come into this shit?
I mean, no, it's not Black Panther. It's the rhino. I said at least Black Panther give you a rhino, good fight with the rhino.
Yeah, but that fight never even took place, man. I
No,
don't
he's
know.
talking about when Black Panther suplexed the Rhino in the Black Panther movie.
Okay.
Yeah, you like, man, what the hell is you talking about, Chuck? Man, what the fuck is you talking about? Now I'm talking about the rhino. It's in the whole concept of Peter Parker having to fight the rhino and how they gave you the whole thing and made it seem like they was giving you a teaser. I said we got a better fight with the rhino with Black Panther when he had a fight with the rhino, and all he did was
Yeah.
suplex him.
Exactly. I know, we didn't even know. I think they did show the Rhino in one commercial for the Black Panther movie.
I don't know because
They didn't show that.
I about to say I didn't
Yeah. It was in one of the commercials. It was in one of the commercials and shit. One of the last ones. It was a TV commercial that I saw, like the War Rhinos. I was like, oh shit, that was missing from Avengers: Infinity War. And I was like, damn, where the fuck were the Rhinos at?
Chuck, what did I say?
I think you had said the same thing about that, huh? But
Like where the Rhinos at? Why they ain't had the Rhinos in front charging?
Yeah, you mentioned it last week.
But my whole thing was I ain't like the whole thing about how they tore up Wakanda. And I didn't like that. It's like, man, this is a beautiful place. I'm just getting to know this place, and they up there tearing it up. Like they can't fight New
Man.
York again. They got to tell Wakanda.
That you said they can't fight in New York. That they got to tear up Wakanda.
Yeah,
Oh, check you out, man. Yo, New York would have been bodied in a heartbeat, bro. The sheer fact that Wakanda's still standing up after all this is a testament to Wakanda.
oh no, I'm talking about how they messed up the grass and stuff. I mean, just
This ain't messed up the grade.
I would say I was just falling in love with. I'm just falling in love with Wakanda. And they want to go mess it up. Like I said, man, they could have fought somewhere else. Man, they should have just fought
Man.
in New York.
Dude, you
There
remember
was
in
nowhere else, bro. Nowhere else
what
on
that
the
was?
earth they
Age of
could have fought,
Ultron? Not Age of Ultron.
That was
What
Ultron.
movie was that?
That was it. When they took the whole city, took the city, and
No, it's not Age of Ultron I'm thinking about. Civil War. When basically the whole reason they had the Civil War was because they was tearing up shit
right.
and hurting people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But they still don't give a reason to go to Wakanda.
They had to, man. They're the only ones with the tech to separate the Vision's forehead from the stone.
Yeah. This is a flew Siri out to New York. I'm not messing with you in
Yeah,
New York.
right.
I know I'm messing with you in New York, but yeah, I mean that made sense,
Trust me, man. There's a rhyme and a reason for everything.
right? Especially when on the Wakanda, when they was dropping the spaceships and they was hitting on the shields and stuff like that. If it was in somewhere like New York, I mean, just the damage of them just dropping into the area would have been just devastation right there.
Hmm.
But yeah,
Oh shit. Apparently, this just in that the original Iron Man suit prop was stolen from the prop company storage in LA. The,
Yeah, I
damn.
heard about that.
the full metal suit that Robert Downey had a wear in the first movie that's valued at $300,000 was stolen.
You
Okay.
know they got to sell that for like 4 times more on the black market.
Hell yeah, and they probably want at least a cool meal or half a meal. That's what they probably gonna get out of it.
Oh no, they gonna get way more than that.
Man, you think? I mean, I could see if he was dead and this was like years later, but I don't think so. Not right now.
A real Iron
That
Man
shit
suit?
gonna be worth dollars, bro. In the future, that suit, man.
Yeah, in the future, but I'm talking like right now, if you try to sell it, I don't think you can get that much as you think. Then
Okay.
by it being stolen too.
Dude, I guarantee you, like well before way after we're dead and shit, like 20 years from now, that shit gonna be running into the hundreds of millions, yo.
Oh hell yeah! Like this the suit that started it all.
Yup. You know what I'm saying? By then, Marvel owns the world, or Disney owns the world. Who knows?
Right. It's like Disney World. They already getting us prepared
No,
for
I'm
it.
saying instead of going to New York and you see the Statue of Liberty, you see Minnie Mouse.
Right, with a slide going around it. I mean, they condition us now. You got Disney World already established. Nah, man.
That's what I'm saying. Everything will be some Disney shit, yo.
Yeah, that should be horrible. Everything you see got to be Disney.
And if that Fox merger goes through, shit, then they'll have Avatar and Titanic.
They also want it because it gives them the rights to the original Star Wars films that they don't have right now.
Yeah,
That's
what?
the original Star Wars films. Fox owned those. The
Oh
4,
yeah,
5,
that's
and
right.
6.
Hmm.
That's why they had to do the re-release with the new cut footage instead of the original footage.
Exactly. And everybody wants the original one, the untampered one, right?
Yeah,
You
The
know,
one where Greedo shot first.
yeah.
and the only way you can get that is through Fox. Yeah,
And that's the one I got though. The one where Greedo shot first, man. It's like I ain't get the altered one, man.
Han shot first.
but yeah, that's crazy. But
I mean, my bad. That's what I meant. The one where
Let's say,
Han shot first.
yeah, I was gonna say Han shot first.
Thank you, thank you.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but yeah, the one where Han shot first, man. He was like, "What? Bow." That's what's up.
yeah, we starting to get like what discombobulated. Probably because we going
Nah,
on.
it's just a couple of dumb things here and there, really. But actually, somebody, Erock, shout outs to Erock X. Erock actually did a video the other day during this week about the Star Wars prequels, on how good the storytelling was in the Star Wars prequels compared to the new trilogy. And I agree with him in a lot of aspects. Because if you think about it, they showed a character growth for Anakin from the first movie to the second to the third movie. All right, I mean, excluding Jar Jar Binks, obviously, right? And as far as like the Senate, you know, the stuff with Palpatine, the stuff with Yoda's character arc and whatnot. I mean, they did a few good things that I could actually agree with as far as the original the original prequels. Now the new trilogy, well, that's an entire matter entirely. But yeah, you guys should check that out though. I thought it was a very interesting video.
Yeah, I'm gonna go check E-Rock out. He see me, I'm not that big on Star Wars, so
Oh, that's
I get with it.
blasphemy! Blasphemy, son.
No, I'm saying that way I can look at it from like an even perspective. Like like some people is like
All right,
Star
all right.
Wars or death. Yeah, I go in there looking at it with optimistic though.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Is that, have you seen the new ones?
Nope, I ain't see what it was, 7. I ain't see that one. I ain't
You ain't see Seven or in The Last Jedi. You ain't seen either, right?
yeah.
So you haven't seen Rogue One?
Nope. I told you
Check
it
that
wasn't
one out.
that wasn't
That's
yeah.
actually pretty raw, yo. I cannot front. It's a very good movie.
To my Rogue One.
Yeah, Rogue One.
All right, well, I probably
That
going
that
I probably
actually happens before the original Star Wars movie, A New Hope. The minute that ends, A New Hope begins.
okay, that's
Right?
the
That's
one
how
where
they
they
tied
talk
it in.
yeah, that's the one they show like how they went to to build a it was something I'm trying to remember how it was. They
The
trying to
Death Star.
yeah, the Death Star. There you go. Yeah, they was trying to do that's the
Yeah.
one about that. Okay, yeah, yeah. I
Which
mean,
which
don't
is
get me wrong. I'd have heard just about everything about it. I just ain't watched the movie. Just think about it. If I'd have heard 100,000 people tell me every sequence of it, I think that's what
Oh
kind
damn.
of yeah. I got spoiled to death through Star Wars.
Oh, so no wonder you never need to see the movies. You already know the story.
Yeah, but I still want to watch it just to put my eyes on it. But I done heard so many people tell me the exact same story. So, I mean, just from different perspectives, you know.
I really like it, man. The sense of nostalgia I had for the first one. I mean, I'm
uh,
not really on the fence as to like the storytelling. I really like all the characters and whatnot.
I
And I like what they did with Kylo Ren in The Last Jedi. Like to me, he basically proved I ain't nobody's bitch.
I mean, so you show it ain't nostalgia. That's I was pretty much was saying that I'm gonna go in without that factor. So is it nostalgia?
No, yeah, yeah. I don't say it's nostalgia. I mean, it was nostalgia in Force Awakens because it's been a minute. You know what I'm saying? And then the music, the John Williams score.
Yeah.
I felt like nostalgia at first, but I've seen it several times though. I think the movie's an incredible film.
Okay. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Just checking because some people once you get down memory lane, sometimes it be better in the mind than actually.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
You
you
know.
actually know whether it's nostalgia or not on repeat viewings.
I
Like the
mean,
first Tomb Raider
yeah.
movie. It blew my mind because, I always want the Tomb Raider in the movie. I was like, wow, this shit hell as hell. Watched it a second time. I'm like, I'm not so sure. Watched it a third time. It's like, man, this movie's kind of corny.
Oh, you talking about the one with Angelina Jolie?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I liked it for what it
That
was.
whole ending fucking fell apart for me, man. I thought it was pretty good until she killed all those stone statue dudes.
Yeah,
I
talking
thought
about
that shit was like, wow.
when it went
If they
left.
would have ended it though, you know, there, I would have been happy. But then they went with the shit with the planets and all that. I was like, yo, this ending is butt, man. How the fuck you gonna show that incredible sequence just beforehand and then come to this piece of shit ending? I was like, oh, get the fuck out. That shit, I wasn't feeling that, bro. So if
Yeah.
you're gonna follow a 3-act structure, follow the 3-act structure. Now show that shit, the illest shit in the second act, and then in the third act is butt. Come on.
Yeah, but you gotta look at it for what it was. It was actually decent at the time.
It was what at the time?
Pretty decent.
for the time, yeah.
Yeah, it was decent. You said it. It was decent.
Yeah. I mean, I say I ain't really complaining about it, you know what I'm saying? I took it for what it was. Like it ain't like now, like
It
they
was
like
too bubblegum though, man. Too. It was
yeah.
like it wasn't gritty or anything. It was just it's like it was a product of its time, I guess.
So what about the new one?
No, the new one I liked. The new one I
They
liked a
taking
lot.
it more serious, right?
I would say
Yeah, and the cat. Yeah, it has that vibe to the video game, and the character. You could actually believe she could do these things. You know what I'm saying? Because they start off the movie with her doing like some MMA shit, yo. So I was like, all right, I could see this girl,
I was talking about
whipping
when she
some
was getting
ass.
her ass whooped. At the beginning when she was getting beat. But she was still fighting her ass off.
Yeah, she's fit though, man. It's just it let us know that she was physically fit.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
And then So she had practiced like with bow and arrows and all that stuff. It's like it alluded to all that stuff. So it's not some shit like Anakin. You know what I'm saying? In the first Star Wars movie, the prequels, actually flying starfighters, flying pod racers, basically fixing things. You know what I'm saying? An 8-year-old kid.
Right,
Just,
right.
it's just the force, I guess, blessed them, right? To be able to do all these things without formal training.
Yep.
I mean, yeah. But shit, fella, man, y'all ready to get up off this thing?
Let's go.
Yeah. Hey, Savage, I don't know, you gonna off with your head segment or you gonna hold this until
Nah,
next week?
yeah, we'll start back next week.
All right, cool. We probably went marathon again on everybody because Jay was like, man, I'm out of here, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all fellas later. I got stuff to do. I'm gone. That's the homie
Yeah, but
though.
he said that before he started though.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying that's the homie though.
Yeah.
You know, I'm messing with him. Give Jay Dub a shout out before we get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? He cool people. You know what I'm saying? But Cloudy, you ready to get us up out of here?
Yeah, yo, everybody tune in next week at the same YouTube channel, same YouTube station on the Heroic Vibrations Podcast. And we out.
Peace.